do there in order to earn points. The more you transact, the more points you earn. The points you earn can be used to redeem loads of airtime, Momo, and other rewards. It's that simple. Just visit the portal, log in, and enjoy. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net.gh or download the Enterprise Advantage app to get started. Enterprise Advantage points, because nothing you do should be pointless.
Enterprise, your advantage.
We always say the future of our daughters mean everything to us, and we'll do all we can for them. Now's the time to do that. Let's protect our daughters from cervical cancer, a preventable disease. From the 7th to 11th October, girls aged 9 to 14 can get safe and free vaccine in schools, health facilities, and designated vaccination points. Get your daughter vaccinated today to protect her future. A healthy future for our girls starts with us. United against cervical cancer. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service and partners.
City 97.3. More variety.
The city is alive on 97.3.
City 97.3. Accra.
There can be no other than this 7.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to City. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. City FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
City FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
City FM 97.3.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Thirty-one after 6 on a Tuesday morning. Esther Mwako welcoming us with a powerful melody that reflects the assurance of God to his people. For I know the thoughts I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Mitrimu po enye bone. My plans for you, Nyasusuo. I'm not sure how to say plans in Ghana, but yeah, whatever your thoughts are, God says that His thoughts concerning us are not those of evil, but thoughts of peace, and that will give us an expected end. And I love it. This morning, the question for you, though, is what are your own thoughts about yourself, about your life, about your nation, about the work you do, about your family? What are your thoughts? What are your plans? Lao Tzu says, watch your thoughts because they will become your words. If your thoughts are full of doubt and of fear of ignominious things, they will soon become your words. And those words you will speak, guess what? They will become your actions, because scripture says once again that life and death lies in the power of the tongue. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruits. So you see, from your thoughts, we come to your words, and you soon live the manifestation of your words in your actions. Lao Tzu continues to say that your actions will then become your habit, so your subconscious mind, whatever your subconscious mind believes, that is the man in the mirror, my friends, and that becomes your character. So what's your character? It will ultimately become your destiny. So if you're looking at a big destiny of yours, start with your thoughts. That's the building block. It manifests into your words, then your words will become your action. So watch your actions, they become your habits. So what about we start from your thoughts? Where you have doubts, change them and put confidence there, put faith there. You know, what should your thoughts be then? Because if you're saying that starts with your words, watch your words, okay, fine, you're going to watch your words. So what should you replace your thoughts with if they are not admirable, if they are not, desirable? Well, Paul gives us an idea in Philippians 4:8. He says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. So your thoughts must be true, they must be noble, they must be right, they must be pure, they must be lovely, they must be admirable. Anything that is excellent or praiseworthy, such things you are to think of. And if what we have said is true, that our thoughts eventually become our words, and our words become our actions become our habits translate into our character, and our character becomes our destiny, then, my friends, let's choose what is true. Let's choose what's noble. Let's choose what's right, pure, lovely, and admirable. So our destiny will be noble, right, pure, and lovely. We have a lovely nation. It is our thoughts at the minute levels that will come together to form our actions and ultimately shape our destinies. Welcome to a brand new day. This is 97.3 Citi FM, City Breakfast Show, we call it. I love this song. We'll bring you the news review shortly. Francisca Kakafosen is here with me, Caleb Kuda. And the news review is brought to you by Fidelity Bank Sika Boom Reloaded. You will save 500 Ghana cedis or more, stand a chance to win up to 100,000 Ghana cedis in the grand draw. With every 500 Ghana cedi you deposit, it gives you more chances to win 5,000 Ghana cedis monthly. So visit any Fidelity Bank branch or agent point, deposit in multiples of 500 Ghana cedis and win big. If you do not have an account, open one today. Fidelity Bank is here for your journey. Sika Boom style promo is on the NLA's Caritas platform. So what are your thoughts today? Share them with me. It's an interactive show. 0549-986-996. So much happening in the news. We'll take you straight to the newspapers and online. Richard Della Sky, Francisca Kakaforsing, ladies, gentlemen, It's a good morning.
Good morning. There seems to be some green,
Yeah, something is happening in the green.
Yes. I mean green.
No,
you have some.
You have left the
green.
black, which is okay. I'm happy.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the protest is still not very much alive.
In all this, your green is more darker.
Yeah. Because a little shade of dark, to continue the protest.
No, it's getting brighter. You are moving to the brighter side of life. It's good.
Gentlemen, I'll start with the Ghanaian Times newspaper, and on the front page.
No, Francisco means business.
Oh, it's okay.
On the front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper, headline stories: relief at last. Nurses, midwives to receive 10-month salary arrears.
Yay.
And that's according to the health minister. Comes with his picture, Mr. Kwabena Minta Akando. Other stories: Ghana to have female president soon. That's a prediction from President Mahama. Details on page 13. A J. Kojo market fire victims send SOS to government. And also cataract tops blindness causes in Ghana as country struggles to meet surgery targets. That's according to the Ghana Health Services Dr. Afake.
Okay, let me take you to the Daily Guide for this morning. The big story says Osei Asibe Gift Yowari charged over NSA theft. The theft is in inverted commas. Also on the front page this morning, 11 children, 4 others die in Ketekrachi boat disaster. This is heartbreaking. And then also on the front page this morning, a story here that says Kweuhine goes Kweuhine goes tough on Galamsey.
There's been an update on the number of children who perished in the
I think the number is now 16.
It's 16 now, yes.
Okay, to the Economy Times newspaper, front page stories: IMF reposes strong confidence in Ghana's economy as it concludes 5th review of the $3 billion ECF. Ghana's delegation in the US for IMF World Bank 2025 joint meetings. And also, final one, improving Ghana's economic success. Economists recommend diversification of production base amidst effective policy coordination.
The Chronicle says grumble over missing 2 million Ghana cedi Ghana gas cash. It's a mouthful. Also on the front page this morning, $2 million Sky train trial. And Sky has nothing to do with me. Ameya Ekumfis Council withdraws from the case. And then KGL Group congratulates the Ghana Black Stars for qualifying for the World Cup.
To the Daybreak newspaper, Ghana loses value for money as project costs surge by 70 billion Ghana cedis. That's the NDPC report. Also, KGL Group congratulates Ghana Black Stars. Mosquito storms Volta region for 3-day thank you tour. And Asiedun Ketia's son, still General Mosquito, his son resigns as MIIF Deputy CEO. Contractor locks Odobing SHS classroom over 14-year-old debt.
And I take you to the Metro Lens. MPA investigates some 2.3 million Ghana cedi fuel diversion scandal. Also on the front page this morning, KGL Group hails Black Stars World Cup qualification, and my son not into illegal mining. This is the Chebi NDC chairman firing back.
To the Catalyst newspaper, Jakpa versus Dami, former AG runs from his own shadow, seeks refuge under res judicata and issue a stupel. Also, 84% of Ghana's hospitals without life-saving oxygen. We don't buy Galamsey gold. That's according to the Gold Board CEO. Health Minister intervenes to save insulting nurse from sanction.
Okay.
And MPP's dogfight lays bare a party in disarray. That's according to the Catalyst. Also, revenue target missed by 5% despite strong growth. Details on page 10 of the Catalyst newspaper.
My final newspaper for this morning is the Hawk newspaper.
Okay.
Talks about what's happening with the remains of Daddy Lumba. The divorce in a bottle. Lumba's family says Sawas Akpeteshi ended her marriage. This is a very serious matter. Also, the front page this morning, the MPA boss and Mr. Godwin Tamaklo is wearing goatee. You know goatee. That beard, that is goatee. Yeah. My guy is wearing goatee. Tamaklo edge speed on 24-hour oil scheme.
Okay.
And then something here that says that ideas, not cash.
Right.
A Japan Des MPP's big spender aspirants to debate him.
Right, let me take you to citynewsroom.com. The Ghana Citi is here, and it says Citi still Africa's best performing currency in 2025, and this is according to the World Bank. Business confidence rises in August on improved economic outlook. Adjoa Safo didn't betray NPP in speaker election. This is Bagbin speaking. And then Ghana's telecom law encourages corruption. This is Dr. Kweku Buedu. He was on the Point of View last night together with David Ofosu-Dote, who says Ghana must align professions with development needs. Still on that particular conversation, Ghana has trained 11,400 lawyers since 1877, and Mampong has a new chief, software architect Leslie Nkansa Osebonso has been nominated as the next chief for Mampong Hene, let me put it that way. And the chief of OT region says it's common for 11-year-olds to operate boats on Lake Volta. And that's a concern he raised yesterday. And Ghana has lost value for money as project costs are surged by 70 billion. This is an NDPC report. On the National Service scandal, Gifty Owari Mensah has been charged for stealing over 38 million Ghana cedis. So these are all stories on citynewsroom.com. Ghana needs strategic planning for graduate employment. Ace and Kuma here. Ghana must make critical professions attractive. This is David Ofosu-Dote. And on the SkyTrain trial, Professor Mayor Kumfi's lawyer withdraws legal representation. Ghana will soon have a female president. We read that early. If you go to the High Street Journal this morning, has Ghana's gift lived up to its infrastructure promise? That's the big question here. And I'll take you to my journal 9 quickly before we get into the details. Oseo Sibe Gifty Owari charged 653 million Ghana cedi NSA ghost names and fraud scandal. 343 mining rights granted, with mining creating about 1.1 million jobs in 2024. This is the NDPC. And quickly, Madagascar president hiding in safe place as he warns of coup attempt.
I thought that the international media people say that he's left the jurisdiction
they say
via military aircraft provided by the French, and probably somewhere in Doha or some Dubai or some place like that. Anyway, so let's take off this morning. What do we have? Nurses are happy.
Yes, in the middle page, relief at last. Nurses, midwives to receive 10-month salary arrears, according to the Minister of Health. And the story is written by Abigail Ano. It reads, unpaid nurses and midwives who have been working for the past 10 months will begin receiving their salaries from November 1, following financial clearance granted by the Ministry of Finance. The Minister of Health, Kwabena Mintah Kando, who announced this at a news conference in Accra yesterday, said the government had already settled payments for over 7,000 nurses and midwives, while the remaining 6,500 had now been cleared to receive their outstanding arrears. In collaboration with the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Health initiated a comprehensive validation and reconciliation exercise to ensure that all affected individuals are captured and paid without delay.
Okay.
I am happy to announce that clearance has been obtained for payment of all the remaining 6,500, and that processes for these payments start immediately without delay.
Okay.
The health minister told
did you give any timelines
yesterday.
the money will hit the accounts of the nurses?
You have to read the details for that. I don't have that ready.
Yeah, that is really fantastic, because that's what we've been calling for. That there has got to be a sense of urgency attached to solving the problem. So let's get it done, people.
Payments, he says, starts immediately.
Yeah, that's good. So we will be monitoring. Well,
I want to stay with health,
okay,
but move to the story about cataracts. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that came a bit early, where they said a lot of Ghanaians are going blind due to cataract.
So
there must be a new angle to
The
this.
story says cataract tops blindness causes in Ghana as country struggles to meet surgery targets. Yes. So shall we?
Well, go on. I mean, 2 paragraphs.
So that's coming from the Ghana Health Service. The Ghana performs only 10% of cataract surgeries required annually, a rate far below the 30% target recommended by the World Health Organization. According to the head of eye care unit at the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Ponameto Afake. The country currently performs about 30,000 cataract surgeries each year, although it needs to undertake 68,000 to meet its national target and reduce the growing burden of blindness.
I take you to the question of what's happening with the trial of Osei Asibe and Gifty Owari. The story is in the Daily Guide for this morning. Page 3 has the story by Jibril Abdul Rasak. Says former Executive Director of the National Service Authority, Osei Asibe, has been charged for causing financial loss of some 600 million Ghana cedis. That's a lot of money to the state by authorizing payments of allowances to over 60,000 non-existent national service personnel between August 2021 and February 2025. These are allegations. Now, he has also been charged with stealing. That's amounting to some 8 million Ghana cedis from the NSA, while allegedly laundering another 8 million Ghana cedis from the authority. Now, former Deputy Executive Director of the NSA, Gifty Owari Mensah, has also been charged for causing allegedly financial loss to the state to the tune of some 31 million Ghana cedis. And then the story further says that she's also facing other charges, including using public office for profit and money laundering. These are big claims, and we hope that we see the details in the court.
So if they're found to be true, would they be made to repay the money? Or
of course, there's something known as tracing in law. So they'll look through where the money has passed. If some came to Kofi, they'll look for it and then try and recover it.
If it is true,
if it is used to buy property, they recover the same. Okay. If it is outside the country, of course, mutual legal assistance requirements would get those things.
That money can fix some roads in my neighborhood.
Oh, these are allegations.
I mean, I'm just I get it. I'm saying
that's right. Anyway, let me take you to page 7 of the Chronicle. There's another story about money. The SkyTrain matter. Benis Besse reports for the Chronicle that the lawyer who is representing the former board chairperson of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, Professor Christopher Ameyawe-Kumfi, has withdrawn his services in a case in which the former chair and the fund's chief executive officer, Solomon Asamoah, are standing trial for allegedly costing some $2 million in financial loss to the state in a transaction to develop an urban SkyTrain system in Accra. Now, the two are facing counts of conspiracy, willfully causing financial loss to the state, and international dissipation of public funds before the High Court. Now, they have both pleaded not guilty to the charges. Now, when the case was called on Monday, October 13th, at 12:06 for the prosecution to call its first witness, counsel for Mr. Samoa was present, but Professor Ameyawe-Kumfi appeared without legal representation. Now, the presiding judge, Justice Audrey Kokuvite, asked the accused about his lawyer's absence. Professor Ameyawe-Kumfi responded that he had a misunderstanding with his lawyer, Duke Sasu, which was being resolved through mediation.
Okay, so Ghana loses value for money as project costs surged by 70 billion Ghana cedis. NDPC report is indicating this on citynewsroom.com. A new report by the National Development Planning Commission, NDPC, has revealed that most government development projects continue to suffer from significant delays, cost overruns, and substandard execution, undermining value for money. Now, according to the 2024 Annual Progress Report, numerous capital projects across ministries, departments, and agencies have exceeded their planned completion timelines by several years. The report identifies low GDP growth, high inflation, and exchange rate volatility as key factors contributing to the delays and cost escalation. Now, the NDP found that total contract cost for 17,933 capital projects surged from an initial 434.8 billion to 505.1 billion Ghana cedis, representing a 70.3 billion overrun. Yesterday there was an interesting conversation about whether or not we need more engineers or we need more lawyers, and stories like this tell you certainly that we need more professionals who do their work well, execute it efficiently, so we don't incur more than 70 billion Ghana cedis. Cost overruns and delays.
Depressing. As we speak, there's another matter of money allegedly missing. Metro Lens says this morning on page 2, NPA investigates some 2.3 million Ghana cedis fuel diversion scandal. Comes with a photograph of the goatee wearing good friend Tamaklo. Says the National Petroleum Authority, NPA, has announced a full-scale investigation into the latest fuel diversion scandal that has rocked the downstream petroleum sector following the interception interception of 10 trucks loaded with over 540,000 litres of diesel by operatives of the Ghana Revenue Authority and the National Security Secretariat. Now, the operation, valued at approximately 2.3 million Ghana cedis in evaded taxes, has once again exposed systematic weaknesses in Ghana's petroleum distribution chain and triggered fresh questions about regulatory oversight. Now, in response to the revelations, the Chief Executive Officer of the NPA, Mr. Edwiji Tamaklo, said the authority was taking the allegations very seriously and had initiated an internal probe into the matter. Now, if you go to the other story, which is also about money, grumble over missing 2 million Ghana cedi Ghana gas cash. Now, the story is on page 3 of the Chronicle by Alfred Adams in Takrady. It says there's growing apprehension in the Nzima East municipality as a 5-member committee concludes its investigations into the alleged misappropriation of a 2 million Ghana cedi donation made by the Ghana National Gas Company Limited to the Nzima East Municipal Assembly. You notice that this is all happening in the petroleum, sector. Now, investigations by this report indicate that the amount, part of Ghana Gas's corporate social responsibility package, was credited to the Assembly's account on February 11, 2025. But somehow, we are told that the money has found its way somewhere.
Let me bring you this story from the Daybreak newspaper. Police arrest 10 suspects for creating fake online food delivery platforms. And it reads, the Ghana Police Service, through the Cybercrime Unit of the Criminal Investigations Department, CID, has arrested 10 suspects for allegedly creating fake online food delivery platforms to defraud unsuspecting customers. The initial 6 suspects, identified as Wanda Sakwiti, Sedinam Amaglo, Godsway Dunyo, Angela Ablemekbe, Matthew Aheto, and Fafali Amwa, were arrested during a targeted operation conducted on 1st October 2025 at Sogakope. The operation followed sustained intelligence gathering, which led to the arrest of 3 males and 3 females suspected of being behind the fraudulent scheme. Preliminary investigations revealed that the suspects had created fake websites and social media pages impersonating well-known food brands such as Papaya, Pizza Man, KFC, and Mawako. Victims who had placed orders through these fake platforms were directed to make advance payments via mobile money, after which they never received the food they ordered. Further investigations indicated that in some cases, the suspects gained unauthorized access to victims' mobile money wallets and bank accounts under the guise of assisting them with payments and subsequently withdrew their funds. Digital devices believed to have been used in the fraudulent activities were retrieved and undergoing forensic examination. So the police are urging the public or members of the public who may have fallen victim to this fraudulent scheme to report to the nearest police station to assist ongoing investigations, and also a caution for everyone to be on the lookout.
I think it's a great intervention from the authorities. They must look into this matter well. And if there are bigger boys behind the alleged perpetrators, all of those people must be found, because these guys cannot be bringing. If you're listening and you're also thinking about going into that business, use those skills for other useful things. There are institutions that are looking for those critical skills. If you're able to sit down to impersonate accounts and people are able to call you and do that, I think you can channel that into some profitable venture that in the long term, you need to punish the people.
Guys, who's ready for a female president soon?
Female president?
Yes. Well, that's according to President Mahama. He's making a prediction there, and the story reads,
that singing from Haruna Simbuko, Haruna is singing from it.
President John Dramani Mahama is predicting that a woman will, in the very near future, in quotes, ascend to the presidential throne in Ghana. This is because Ghana has taken decisive steps to mainstream gender across its national development policies, culminating into the historic election of Ghana's first female vice president and the appointment of women to leadership positions in government, the judiciary, the security services, and key national institutions. He said, and I quote, "I'm confident that in the very near future, our women will break the glass ceiling and that a woman will be president of the Republic of Ghana." President Mahama expressed his confidence when he addressed the global leaders meeting on women in Beijing, China on Monday.
Well, Haruna said recently that he was hoping that the vice president will rise to the position of president of the Republic. And that's unsettled a few waters within the NDC, because some people are busy gunning for the position, and the president speaking also in that way.
Yeah.
People are trying to connect the dots, but it may well mean that that's not what he's actually thinking about.
Let me bring you a story from Odobing SHS, because some girls who could be president from that school have a classroom block that has been completed, but the contractor has locked it. So if you don't keep it running, you are likely to keep some female presidents in the future out of. So contractor locks Odobing SHS classroom block over 14-year unpaid debt. So academic activities at Odobing Senior High School in the Sekuma Odobing Brakwa district have come to a standstill after a contractor locked up an 8-unit classroom block over unpaid debt. The contractor, Kofi Jansa, chief executive of the Roga Construction Limited, said the school's PTA awarded him the contract in 2010, but has since failed to pay him for the work done. Despite the facility being about 90% complete, the school has reportedly been using it since 2012 without settling the outstanding. So the structure is not even fully complete, but they are using it, and they've not paid him at all. So he's locked it down.
Okay, shall we do some Galamsey?
Please.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay, let me do that quickly before you go to Asiya Dunketia's Volta regional tour, right?
Yes.
Okay, the story is in the Lens newspaper that says, my son is not involved in illegal mining.
Right.
Isaac Boamadako reports for the Metro Lens that the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, in the Ebuakwa South constituency, Alhaji Sanisu Mohammed, has strongly dismissed allegations suggesting that his son is involved in illegal mining activities. Now, in a statement issued on Sunday, Alhaji Sanusi clarified that the allegations will stem from a viral video and comments made by the municipal chief executive before a parliamentary select committee are quote and unquote baseless and unfounded. If you want more, go for that statement. But if you go to the Hawk newspaper, there's another story.
What's that?
This one says revoke licenses lacking environmental safeguards.
Okay.
Dr. Kadman Mills urges government. The story says Dr. Kadman Atta Mills, a brother of the late President John Evans Atta Mills. For how long are we going to continue to link the man to this? A man who has achieved something in his own right. So let's stop linking him to the former president. It doesn't add anything. Has called on the government to revoke all small-scale mining activities or licenses issued without proper environmental assessment and mitigation plans.
That was a news review.
I thought Asiya Dunketia is in.
Yes. So just quickly, Asiya Dunketia's son resigns as MIF Deputy CEO. That's the Minerals Income and Investment Fund. And also mosquito storms. Well, the paper says more coming soon. They didn't give the details. Mosquito storms Volta region. The national chairman of the NDC, Johnson Asiya Dunketia, will embark on a 3-day tour of the Volta region from Tuesday, October 14 to Friday, October 17. This announcement was contained in a statement issued by the Volta Regional Secretary Bright Kwashi to all constituency chairmen.
Right, that was a news review.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Sika boom, Fidelity Bank say save and win. Muntio, Sika boom, just deposit and begin. Every 500 CDs you keep for a month, you get 1 point all at once. More deposits, gets more points in. More points, more cash you feel win. How many points? 1 point every 500 CDs. What if you win? 5,000 CDs monthly. And the grand prize? Hey! 100,000 Ghana CDs.
Don't wait. Visit any Fidelity branch or agent nationwide to deposit in multiples of 500 CDs. The more you deposit, the better your chances to win 5,000 CDs monthly and 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Terms and conditions apply. Win with us. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
This
is an NLA approved promo, now running on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. I what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same right. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protection. protector. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish Magobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand Magobe inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small.
The go-go.
Yo, Anna. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Neil Atela is here with the business news brought to you by EcoBank, Valex Lease, Equip Limited, and MTN. Good morning, Neil.
Hi, Caleb. Hello to you out there. Welcome to the breakfast edition of City Business News brought to you by Valex, MTN, and EcoBank. Coming up, Ghana's economic recovery in focus as Finance Minister leads delegation to IMF World Bank meetings in Washington, D.C. Also in this edition, Citi retains title as Africa's best performing currency. Much later in the bulletin, regulatory uncertainty stalling cross-border payment agenda. We hear from the Momo chief calling for expedited integration. I am Ni Lati. Ghana's economic recovery is in focus as the IMF and World Bank annual meetings open in Washington, D.C. Ghana's delegation, led by Finance Minister Dr. Kasayel Atoforsen and Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Johnson Isiama, is participating amid renewed optimism about the country's economic outlook. Ghana has secured a staff-level agreement on the fifth review of its 3-year bailout, paving the way for the disbursement of $385 million once approved by the IMF board. The IMF also projects that Ghana's economy will expand by 4.8% in 2026, with inflation expected to remain within the 8 plus or minus 2% target band. Dr. Atoforsen is expected to use the meeting to attract investment and strengthen development partnerships for the country. Away from that, the Ghana cedi remains Africa's best performing currency 8 months into 2025 despite a slight dip in recent weeks. That's according to the World Bank's latest Africa Pulse report released this month. The report indicates that the cedi has appreciated by over 20% since the beginning of the year, the strongest showing among African currencies. It attributes the performance to improve stronger foreign exchange reserves and steady policy reforms. More in the following report.
The World Bank credits this remarkable rally to disciplined fiscal management, prudent monetary policy, rising export receipts, and renewed investor confidence following Ghana's successful debt restructuring. The Zambian kwacha followed as the second best performer, appreciating by 16%, buoyed by ongoing debt resolution efforts, lower oil import costs, and an improved supply of US dollars. Currencies in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda also posted moderate gains, supported by stronger export growth and recovering capital inflows. Analysts say the cedi's rebound is particularly impressive given its steep losses last year. The pace of its recovery underscores the effectiveness of Ghana's economic reforms and improved external conditions. The World Bank attributes broader strengthening of African currencies in 2025 to a weaker US dollar, higher commodity prices, and easier global financial conditions, all of which have helped ease inflationary pressures and stabilize markets across the continent. However, the cedi has faced slight depreciation pressure in recent weeks as businesses increase imports ahead of the festive season. In response, the Bank of Ghana has announced plans to inject about $1.15 billion beginning this month into the foreign exchange market to ease demand pressures and keep the cedi stable. Market watchers, however, warned that sustaining the currency's gain will depend on Ghana's continued commitment to fiscal discipline, export diversification, and structural reforms aimed at consolidating macroeconomic stability. Professor Peter Korte is an economist.
In the first 8 months, we have seen some stability in exchange rate. We've seen inflation coming down. Prices are not increasing as fast as it used to. So that is good. But then there's a lot of room for improvement. I think we need to change the structure of our economy, be able to produce more for exports. Otherwise, we cannot continue to rely just on one sector. Gold exports alone accounts for over 50% of our export revenue. That is not good enough. So we encourage government to continue to ensure its fiscal prudence, ensure that its monetary policies are working like it's doing currently, but also focus on ensuring that our food production is ramped up significantly, so we don't have to rely on imported food. Our gold production is done in a sustainable manner.
You heard economist Professor Peter Korte ending that report filed by my colleague Emmanuel Opon. Isn't now a good time for some forex market updates? The dollar retailing at 13 cedis 30 pesos, the British pound at 16 cedis 90 pesos, the euro could be sold to you at 15 cedis 50 pesos. Mind you, these are forex bureau rates and not BOG interbank rates. Moving on, for an effective cryptocurrency system across central banks in the sub-region, the Bank of Ghana is championing robust cybersecurity framework and effective data privacy controls. According to the bank, this move is further achievable if the necessary collaboration among countries in the sub-region is enhanced. At the opening of the YFM regional course on cybersecurity and crypto digital currency in Accra, the acting head of cybersecurity and information at Bank of Ghana, Daniel Kulu, called for deliberate efforts to build an effective digital currency ecosystem.
A well-designed digital currency can facilitate faster and cheaper cross-border payments, improve monetary policy transmissions, reduce informal cash economy, strengthen transparency in public financial management, and expand access to digital financial services for rural and underserved populations. However, these benefits are not automatic. The success of a digital currency initiative depends on a robust cybersecurity architecture, legal clarity, effective data privacy safeguards, and robust consumer protection frameworks. A digital currency that is vulnerable to cyber attacks or manipulation could undermine financial stability.
You heard the acting head of cyber and information security at the Bank of Ghana, Daniel Kulu. Still in the space because the Bank of Ghana is being urged to embrace fintech innovations rather than view them with caution, especially in the area of cross-border mobile money interoperability, which holds huge potential for financial inclusion and regional trade. Ghana's long-standing ambition for seamless cross-border mobile money transactions remains unfulfilled despite years of discussions and pilot initiatives. Slow progress sector players blame on regulatory bottlenecks and bureaucratic delays, stifling private sector innovation and limiting opportunities for millions of mobile money users across the West African sub-region. Chief Commercial Operations Officer of Mobile Money Limited, Abdul Razak Isaac Ali, has been speaking at a fintech industry forum here in Accra.
What I would say to the regulators and the government, if they are listening, is not to be too afraid, right? Sometimes you have to try within a certain limit, but the sandbox allows us to be able to do that, which is another great innovation by the central bank. But they have to, sometimes let innovation move a little bit faster. I mean, the conversation around cross-border, as an example, has stalled for a while. I mean, the government themselves were championing the agenda, but when it comes to actually putting in the regulations and allowing people to move, it's been kind of cat and mouse in a way, right? where they are not sure whether they want to move or they don't want to move because of certain risks or perceived risks. So that's what I would say. Look, provide an enabling environment and allow innovation, obviously within a controlled space so there's no chaos.
Abdulrazak Isaac Ali is Chief Commercial Operations Officer of Mobile Money Limited, speaking at a high-level panel discussion on digital public infrastructure by the Media Foundation for West Africa. Finally, the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry is asking the government to urgently release outstanding interim payment certificate owed to contractors and consultants across the country. According to the chamber, many contractors are facing severe financial hardship following the government's failure to honor its commitment to clear all arrears by the end of July 2025. Chief Executive Officer of the chamber, Emmanuel Cherry, in an interview with Citi Business News, said the delay in payment has stalled several road projects and infrastructure projects and threatening jobs in the sector.
Our businesses are collapsing. The worst case of the entire issue here is SNIT, which is one of the arms of government, is also heavily on the contractors, demanding payment or threatening them to jail them because they have not been able to pay their SNIT obligations to their employees. Contractors have been frustrated to the core. What do you expect us to do? Should we die before you come and pay? That is the challenge we are being endeavored with. So therefore, we are only calling upon the president. The same call that we made, he came out to promise that July ending he will pay, is the same call we're calling on him that he should remember that he made a promise July ending. July ending has passed. We are in the mid of October. Still no shoe.
Emmanuel Cherry is CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry. Wrapping up the breakfast edition of Citi Business News. Many thanks indeed for your company. I am Nila Latte. Do have a good business day.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change. Powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. I repeat, or call 0244 644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valix Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Hey, Ruben. Every 2 seconds notification. The Momo keeps on coming. It keeps on coming, eh?
Ma, I am the community Momo man now. People send money, and with the Momo app, every payment is done. My transactions are flying.
Hey, Adeng.
Ah, ma, you didn't know, eh?
Over 2 million Ghana cedis is up for grabs in the Stillman Saka promo. Transact more than 100 Ghana cedis with your Momo app, and you could win daily, weekly, and monthly cash prizes, and 100,000 Ghana cedis grand prize. And it's not just payments and money transfers. Bank to wallet transactions, savings, loans, investments, pensions, POS transactions, and Momo transactions from other partner platforms qualify. This promo runs in collaboration with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi 97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi 973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi 973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Benjamin Nketia joins us with Kickoff. And that's brought to you by EcoBank, Valex Lease, and MTN. No, that's brought to you by Shell as well as Lecheho. But the business news was brought to you by EcoBank, Valex Lease, and MTN. EcoBank says that they've been pioneering a range of digital-first banking solutions designed for the way we live today. From the mobile app EcoBank Pay, express points across the country, EcoBank is right where you are. EcoBank is a better way to bank your way. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. And then, of course, Valex Lease is drawing your attention. If you're a school, you're an office, you're a print hub, you don't need to buy a photocopier when you can lease and print unlimited. We're introducing the Valex Lease Equip Limited, Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing service. From 983 Ghana cedis a month, you can lease a reliable multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited with free paper included, free toners, cartridges, free repairs, free maintenance. Nationwide coverage is what you get. So stop spending big on machines, paper, repairs, and maintenance. Switch to Valex Lease and keep your cash for what matters most. 0244 644 is the number to call. ValexLease.com is the address. Is the website. Remember, customized payment options and packages are available. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions. And to all the boss ladies out there building your bold businesses one step at a time, MTN sees you and has crafted something amazing for you. It's called the MTN Ejumapa. It's more than a business bundle. It comes with special data and call bundles. Stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps your hustle grow. And there is an insurance package to benefit you as well, so that you protect all the hard work you've spent years to build. Dial star 5060 hash. Grab your Jumapa bundle. Let's get to work on your success story. MTN Jumapa, inspiring women in business. So here's where Shell V Power comes in. Shell V Power, if you want your engine to feel confident, protected, and ready to perform. Shell V Power with its Dynaflex technology, specially formulated to clean, protect your engine, giving it that boost it needs. It's designed to remove performance robbing deposits so that your engine performs at its best. So fill up with Shell V Power at a Shell service station near you. Feel performance, feel confidence, feel protection over and over again. Shell, feel the feeling. Feel with the feeling with Shell V Power. Shell go well. The Shell is 15. We've done this with you, our cherished customers. Thank you for trusting us to improve lives across the country. As we celebrate this milestone, we say a heartfelt thank you for your loyalty and support. This anniversary is about you, our customers, our partners, and communities who have made this journey possible. Together, we look forward to the future with confidence, knowing that with a share home, lives will improve. So visit any of our branches nationwide or simply call or WhatsApp Nana on 02700 4799 for any of your financial solutions. A Shell Ghana, 15 years of improving lives and still counting. Benjamin Nketia is here with Kickoff.
A wonderful morning to all of you out there. In the headlines, Gifty Owari Mensah of Berry Ladies charged for her role in the National Service Scheme payroll scandal. Also, President Mahama expresses confidence in the Black Stars' upcoming World Cup campaign. Plus, we have some global football updates for you in this bulletin. Technical is proudly brought to us by Shell V Power, Zonda GH, Politan Ghana, and Let's Share Let's Improve Life. Let's begin with news from the Attorney General's office and GFA Executive Council member and also bankroller of Berry Ladies, Gifty Owari Mensah, has been charged by the Attorney General's department for allegedly stealing and laundering state funds. Now, according to the charge sheet, she is accused of misappropriating over 31.5 million Ghana cedis during her tenure as Deputy Executive Director of the National Service Authority between February 2022 and March 2024. Now, the charges include stealing, causing financial loss to the state, using public office for profit, and money laundering. Now, the case is currently under investigation, and the Attorney General's office is expected to take further legal action in the coming days. Let's move on to some Black Stars related stuff. And President John Dramani Mahama has expressed confidence that Ghana can go a step further at next year's FIFA World Cup in the USA, Canada, and Mexico following their qualification in Accra on Sunday night. Now, Ghana's best performance at the global showpiece came at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, where the Black Stars reached the quarterfinals but have since struggled to replicate that remarkable run.
It was the first time in many decades that
20 years
that Ghana had not gone for the AFCON. Ghana has been a permanent fixture in AFCON, and so it was quite hurtful, but I believe that the boys have made it up with qualifying for the World Cup. And so we must take it one step further in the competition itself to make Ghana proud. Like you said, we must follow in the footsteps of Morocco to go beyond the semi-final and probably, who knows, fingers crossed, bring that trophy home to make Ghana proud and make Africa proud. That we must all rally behind the Black Stars. We must support them, to the hilt. Let's not bring any partisan considerations or ethnic considerations. We are one in supporting the Black Stars. The Black Stars is our team.
Meanwhile, he's calling for patience with the Black Stars technical team, saying he believes they have what it takes to get the job done.
Let us support them. Let's also give the management and technical team some peace. I know that we're 33 million coaches in Ghana, but please, let us keep our coaching to ourselves and let the coaches and the managers handle the team without distracting them. There are sometimes we get so emotional, we start insulting some of the players and all that. And in these days of social media, people can say hurtful things, that will affect the mental health of the players. So please let us refrain from those things and support the Black Stars to the hilt.
So you have President John Dramani Mahama speaking to Sporty FM in that interview there. Let's get to some other stuff. And Black Stars Management Committee Chairman Randy Abbey says the team's management setup has the right experience to steer Ghana through the 2026 FIFA World Cup journey. Speaking after Ghana's qualification, he noted that several members of the committee are familiar with the World Cup terrain, which he believes will make this campaign smoother than previous ones.
Even for some of my colleagues, they had opportunity of Qatar, and so there were a lot of learnings. There were some things that we didn't get right. There were things that we learnt, and so there's a lot of experience on board. If you even look at the management committee, you have somebody like Moses Parker, who was part of the 2014 World Cup. So you have varied experiences. Fortunately for us, the unsung hero in all of this, and I will take this opportunity to celebrate him, Mr. Alex Asante. He's still there. I mean, that is for me, that's the hero as far as this whole campaign is concerned. It is Alex Asante, and I'd like to say a very big thank you to him for all he does and what he's done, especially with this qualification.
You heard Black Stars Management Committee Chairman Randy Abbey speaking. Let's get to some other news from around the continent. And Cape Verde have become the second smallest nation to reach the World Cup after the Islanders beat Eswatini by 3-0 at home. Now, victory meant the Blue Sharks secured top spots in their qualifying group and a place at the 2026 FIFA World Cup ahead of continental heavyweights Cameroon. So big casualty there. Meanwhile, today, Nigeria are on the cusp of missing out on back-to-back World Cups as they prepare to face neighbors Benin at home. Now they will have to win and hope that South Africa lose against Rwanda, or they have to beat Benin by 4 clear goals to make it into the second-placed playoff round. Benin, on the other hand, could secure their first ever appearance at a World Cup with a victory over Nigeria. When you get to some of the other fixtures, there's Senegal versus Mauritania, there's the DR Congo taking on Sudan, Algeria up against Uganda, and there's also Gabon up against Burundi. When you get to some foreign stuff, newly appointed Luton Town head coach and Arsenal former midfielder Jack Wilshere says it won't be too long before the club returns to the Premier Division. Speaking after his unveiling, Wilshere expressed confidence in his squad, saying that despite suffering 2 consecutive relegations, the team has what it takes to bounce back even stronger.
I'm convinced that we have enough to get out of this division. I think, of course, when you've been in the Premier League not so long ago, you know, we want to speak about that, and we want to know, like, the beautiful thing here as well is the squad. There's players who've been on that journey and they felt it and they know what it actually is. So listen, I need to understand all of the good stuff that was happening here and what that was, and it might have been lost a little bit along the way, which naturally can happen when you get relegated twice, which is obviously disappointing. But I need to capture that and try and add my own style to it, and try and get us back to competing where we should be.
Meanwhile, former Tottenham manager Tim Sherwood has cautioned that being a good player doesn't always translate to being a good coach. Speaking on Wilshere's appointment at Luton Town, Sherwood noted that there's a clear gap in experience, stressing that Wilshere still has a lot to learn about managing in League One.
I just feel that it's all down to the objectives of the owners of the leadership group there and what they expect from him. And I would suggest the team 2 years ago was in the Premier League. They want playoffs minimum this season, playoffs for Luton and Jack. And he must have looked at the squad and feels like he could achieve that. He took Chris Powell in, a very experienced coach, who were helping along the way. But the only reason that I'm sceptical about it, Richie Wellens and Jack Wilshere, is chalk and cheese. We're talking about a man who's lived the whole life in League One, in Richie, and who knows it upside down, inside out, and Jack, his first managerial appearance. So did they know what they were looking for?
Former Spurs boss Tim Sherwood with some pretty controversial comments there, bringing an end to this morning's edition of Kickoff, which has been proudly brought to us by Shell V Power, Zonda GH, Politangana, and Let's Share Whole, Let's Improve Life. I am Benjamin Nketia, the small sports at citysportsonline.com.
Services, innovative financial solutions. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life.
Do you ever wonder how your car's engine is doing as you drive?
Not often.
Does it feel confident and protected, or is it tired and struggling?
I have a busy schedule, so I leave matters of my engine to Shell V Power. With Shell V Power, you can feel confident because it is the best ever fuel designed for performance and efficiency. Shell V Power removes performance-robbing deposits, so you can feel protected.
Fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you. Feel confidence, feel protection, and feel performance over and over again with Shell V-Power. Fuel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Go well.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interests will be. But you can help her get a strong start with good nutrition. Yum Vita, made with the goodness of milk, plus Nutri-V, is a delicious, nutrient-rich cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, older ones love it too. Give your baby good nutrition for a strong start. Yum Vita is available in other yummy variants. Yum Vita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
Jiggy jiggy be the bomb. Ash for jiggy jiggy be strong. Ash for jiggy jiggy be sweet. Ash for make you lie down cool. Ash for jiggy jiggy. Ash for make you lie down cool. Ash for heavy heavy. Ash for make you lie down cool. Ash for jiggy jiggy. Ash for make you lie down cool. Ash for come on bounce it. International shaman. I meet some girl for Pote last week. Fine face with the backside tape. I yell like giddy giddy many man, she bounce like two. German on the night man, she go turn my boo. See back up what a man can do. Give her the whole what the woman April fool. My NJ do mattress, my pillow set body. Ash for me where the girl pass through. She did spring on my bed, why will look? Feel it, no 8, 10 inch, no. You know the same. Stability, your sound so your mono. Durability be what? Comfort be supreme, make you lie down, cool. Ash for jiggy jiggy. Ash for make you lie down, cool. Ash for affordability be like ability. Ash for Ash foam, jiggy jiggy mattress. You whoop, feel it, know it.
Allez, allez, we shout hooray. Disneyland Paris, we're on our way. Buy Indomie noodles, take a look inside. A comic and a code is what you'll find. Go to Indomie Ghana, type it in. That's how easy it is to win. Flat screen TVs, PS5 also. So many prizes just waiting for you. Get all 9 comics, don't delay. You could go to Paris, get the 8. Indomie noodles will make your day.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
When malaria strikes, it doesn't just make you sick. It takes your sleep, your peace, your time. Work on hold, missed deadlines, your home turned upside down. Fight back fast and strong with Vegatem, artemether and lumenfantrine combination that is tough against malaria. Sealed in durable alu-alu package, each tablet stays effective to the last dose.
Vegatem now day, malaria don't finish oh.
Get back to work, back to health and strength, back to living life with Vegatem. Vegatem, tough on malaria, easy on you. Imported and distributed by Panacea Pharmacy Limited. Contact 059-380-2668 or 0274-182-917 for bulk purchases. Always test for malaria before treatment. This advert is FDA approved.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spots in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
.37, Bernard Avle here with the gang. You know, there was a route called the Gang of Four. I have a gang of four. Richard Delasky, Francisca Kakra Forsen, and Caleb Yauche Kuda. Today's a birthday. Actually, yes, so Richard Sky is also Yao. What day of the week were you born? Kakra?
Saturday.
Oh, Amma.
I'm Amma Techua.
Amma Techua. Okay, but you don't use the Techua.
The Techua, I was named after my dad. My dad is Techi.
Techi. Oh, your dad is a Wednesday born.
My dad was born on Sunday, but he was named to. So.
Hey, hold on. All right, so we're wishing a people happy birthday. My very good friend Dela Gajanku, and a lot of people are sending requests.
Yeah.
Your sister Fafado Boateng is wishing you a happy birthday. Members of the Visit Volta Fair group wishing you a happy birthday. Dela is an amazing guy. He's the Volta Regional chairperson of the AGI, and he's completely committed to the development of the region. And this November and December, they are bringing many investors together to promote tourism, ICT, and agribusiness in the Volta region. And Dela is at the heart of that. So I would like to wish my very good friend Dela Gajanku a happy birthday. And a couple more coming through this morning.
Yep. This one says, happy birthday to you, Nana Kwame Tewia Jima. May the grace and mercy of the good Lord abound upon your life. It's coming in from your daddy, Prince Jima. This one says that happy birthday to Akeem Johnson, who is the CEO of DAF J Ventures. The message says, "Happy birthday to you, my brother. We can always count on you." It's coming in and says that 50 years young today and still going strong. Thank you for being the rock of our family, for your constant support and your endless generosity. It's coming in from Teddy Dom and the brothers from Bread of Life Methodist Church in Dan Soman. And this one says, "Bernard, good morning. I would appreciate it if you can wish my sister Anastasia J of Access Bank head office a happy birthday. The entire Ajay family, mom, dad, Antonio, Augustine, Alex, and Afi are using the opportunity to wish you God's blessings and protection. And may God grant you all your heart desires to the extent they are godly." Any others?
Yes, there's another one coming in this morning. Hello, Bernard. I'd like you to wish. I think you read Anastasia of Access Bank.
Access Bank,
yes. So I think, Alex, we've done it, but you keep sending it. Maybe you want to hear it again.
Okay, there's another one here that says, please, happy birthday to. Okay, the name is David Kekeli Zokli. Apostle David Kekeli Zokli. The person wishing you is from Kofi Adabo, who is the MD of LMI Homes Limited, and is celebrating you for all the great things you continue to do for the kingdom of the Lord. And this one says, "Happy birthday to Senior Jacob Frederick Kwame Akolache, to a great dad. Love." Seniors Kwesi and Senna Makolache are celebrating you. Please, guys, sometimes you just send the messages without even properly putting it together. It makes it difficult. Probably constitute the messages before you send them. It'll be helpful.
Very, very important. Meanwhile, the birthday messages were brought to you by MasterCard. Don't just wish people a happy birthday. Do well to splurge on them, spoil them, use your card, buy them something lovely, take them somewhere beautiful, and they will certainly appreciate it. MasterCard, thank you for helping us put smiles on the faces of the people we love.
Lots of things to talk about this morning, but Vita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time for babies 6 months and above very easy. With 3 delicious flavors, rice, sweetened maize, and wheat, baby gets a variety of cereals. Vita infant cereal is enriched with Nutri-V, which contains 16 essential vitamins and minerals, including zinc, iron, and calcium. Add only previously boiled water, stay and experience the joy of feeding baby. Vita, good nutrition for a strong start. So the question, what are you proud of? First Atlantic Bank, we're proud to be crowned Digital Bank of the Year. Not once, but twice, back to back. This isn't just a fancy title, celebration of our commitment and relentless drive to give you the ultimate convenience in digital banking. So you can do that through our mobile app, internet banking, or USSD, or any of our seamless platforms. It's safe, fast, and secure. By the way, what does USSD stand for? Don't check Google, say it from your head. Digital Bank of the Year twice in a row is First Atlantic Bank. Sky, what is USSD? USSD.
It's some universal song, I forgot.
Universal something.
Unstructured something.
No. You see, without Google, we don't do anything. Cowbell's got you in mind. We bring you good news. We're offering you creamy goodness in 2 variants. The Premium and the Cowbell Vital Rich packs a high protein of 23.6%. It's the perfect creamy companion for your porridge, cereal, and beverage. At 23 grams, at 4 CDs, 360 grams sachet at 60, and 400 gram tin at 85. Nutrition never tasted this good. So whether it's premium powder or Vita Rich value, you're after, Cowbell's got you covered. And let's talk about Enterprise Advantage points, racking up points, scoring awesome rewards just by making purchases, renewing policies, and more, all through their self-service portal or the Enterprise Advantage app. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net.gh or download the Enterprise Advantage app to get started. Enterprise, your advantage. All right, so yesterday after the show, a few people called me and said, Bernard, Asemna Sky Kano. See, Asemna Sky Kano. Because you were arguing for some balance between austerity and liquidity. And you said that when it came to the private sector in particular, because they create jobs, and particularly the infrastructure sector, because of its multiplier effect, withholding cash from them in the name of austerity can become counterproductive. Right? A statement that was issued the last day of September, around 29 September, has been recirculated. And so a lot of people send that statement to me as if in corroboration of your point. So I'd like you to read a couple of paragraphs, Kakra, if you can. And then we would cross over and speak to the Minister for Roads, because I think it's part of the President's delegation to China.
Okay.
And he will tell us a few things about those issues raised about payments and what else he's trying to do for the sector. So, Kakra, if you can give me...
Okay, yeah. So the statement is from the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry, and as you said, dated 29th September 2025, headed Request for Urgent Payment of Outstanding Interim Payment Certificates, IPCs, as promised by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And it reads, we write regarding the above subject matter. The Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry, GHCCI, wishes to commend government for the bold and transformative vision of the Big Push agenda, which has been publicly acknowledged as a key driver of Ghana's infrastructural transformation, as stated in the 2025 Budget Statement and Economic Policy. We particularly recognize the innovative prompt payment package attached to the agenda, intended to eliminate interest liabilities from delayed payments and improve liquidity within the construction value chain. However, we respectfully bring to your attention the urgent concern of our member contractors, consultants, suppliers, and related stakeholders who continue to face significant financial distress due to delayed settlement of interim payment certificates, IPCs. Despite His Excellency the President John Mahama's assurance that outstanding payments would be effected before the end of July 2025, to date these commitments remain unmet. The prolonged delay in effecting payments is inflicting severe financial hardship across the construction ecosystem. Contractors are unable to meet payroll and operational costs. Consultants and suppliers face mounting arrears, and the sector is increasingly burdened with legal threats and enforcement actions from statutory institutions such as SNIT and the GRA over unpaid deductions and taxes. These pressures not only undermine confidence in government payment credibility, but also risk halting critical infrastructure works nationwide. In light of these pressing circumstances, we respectfully request that government, 1, immediately release payments for all outstanding IPCs in fulfillment of President Mahama's promise and to protect the integrity of the Big Push agenda. 2, establish a transparent and time-bound payment schedule for future IPCs to assure contractors and financiers of predictability in cash flow and associated payment plan. 3, engage GHCCI and relevant stakeholders in monitoring the disbursement process to build accountability and restore confidence in the payment ecosystem. Honorable Minister, the Chamber strongly believes that prompt action in this regard will safeguard thousands of jobs, sustain ongoing infrastructure works, and uphold the trust between government and private sector actors driving the nation's development agenda. We trust that government will treat this matter with the urgency it deserves to safeguard the livelihoods of thousands of workers and sustain the momentum of Ghana's infrastructure development. Please accept the assurances of our highest consideration. And this is signed by Emmanuel A. Cherry. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry, addressed to Kwame Governs Abuja, the Minister for Roads and Highways.
Sky, do you think it's fair for this to be addressed to the Roads Minister, not the Finance Ministry? Because I think the discussion we had yesterday, of course this statement predates that, the discussion was quite clear that there's a government spending issue which is Finance Ministry function.
Yeah.
And when we looked at the capex, for example, 22 billion was budgeted, and at the time only 10 had been spent. And we are told that the 6.6 billion was domestic under the Big Push. All right. So, of course, Emmanuel Cherry's minister is the roads minister because he's a road construction person. But is this well directed?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of, if you look at the organogram, and for that matter also how the institutional arrangements are made, the appropriate ministry to receive this is the minister or the ministry responsible for roads, because that's their ministry. He then will take it up and, when necessary, draw the attention of the Minister of Finance to the concerns being raised by the contractors, and where it requires cabinet input, so that cabinet memo is raised for it to be discussed at cabinet level, and instructions given at that level to the Minister for Finance. That also would be done. So I don't find anything particularly untoward with the letter being written and sent.
So
to
they are sector minister. So quite interesting that this was 29 September. So that's like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Just like 2 weeks ago.
But it started surfacing on my timeline yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was wondering why. I don't know whether it was because of the topic we discussed, and therefore the sort of it's brought it back.
Yeah, I mean, Bernard, you know that as I was saying yesterday, a lot of people.
All right, so the minister is on. So let's see if we can respond to this. So Honorable Governor Agboja is joining us from China, I believe he is. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard, and your panelists.
Thank you. I believe you've seen the letter written and signed by the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry addressed to you. And what is your response to that?
First of all, thank you very much for the opportunity. And I must say that you have a team here also in Beijing participating in Global Leadership Conference currently going on. As I speak to you, the President is about to address the Presidential Investment Forum, which is bringing together over 600 investors, Chinese investors, some of who are already working in Ghana, and others who are interested in coming to Ghana to invest and create jobs that we need for our young people. With regards to the letter, I am very much aware of the organization you're talking about. They are people I know for a long time. The last time I had an official communication with them would have been 29th September, when they wrote basically asking about when they will be paid. So if you're talking about the letter dated in the September 29th, then yes, I know about that.
So what was your response to them then when you met them?
Well, when I met them, I made them aware of the situation in which we are. A situation where at the time of transition, government, the previous government told us the bill unpaid, the contracts executed and unpaid for, our GOG was 21 billion Ghana cedi. Today, I know that is far more than that. The road fund indebtedness, they told that was 5.1 billion. Today, I'm told it's over 8 billion and over 120 billion cedis worth of project awarded, some of which didn't even have commencement certificate, i.e., they didn't even have any idea how the contractors were going to work. And so, indeed, some of the contractors never even turned up on site since 2022 when the contracts were awarded. And then we assured them that government was going to work hard to make sure that we make payment to these projects duly executed. Since then, the finance minister has been to Parliament to present the 2025 budget statement, and it put in that statement a commitment to spend a certain amount of money to retire what we call arrears. In fact, it is part of that arrears that led to the payment of over 800 million Ghana cedi towards the Ofankor abandoned project. And today, God willing, we have seen the contractor back on site and working. That contractor was off-site at the time our colleagues MPP was in power. We have fully paid every penny that we owe that contractor, and that contractor is actively working. And I want to commend the contractor and the consultants working on that. Hopefully, we'll complete that project in a few months' time for the use of the public. As of Friday as well, the finance minister has also started the payment of, in total, about 5 billion Ghana cedi owed to contractors out of the over 21 billion. The process was that that request for payment may not be exactly what it is. So the the Auditor General and others carried out some validation of the payment. And Bernard, when Parliament reopens, I'll be making a formal statement and tell you the outcome, because indeed, if we had rushed to pay, would have thrown away part of your money, because during the validation, it turns out that some of the certificates that, or the amounts that we were told we owe, it's not exactly so. So the finance minister has they carried out the validation, and out of the validated amount, as of Friday, about 5 billion has been paid to contractors whose certificates have been validated. That is GOG. We are also in the process of commencing the payment of contractors owed under the old road fund, now the Road Maintenance Trust Fund. So the payment to contractors has already started, and the process will continue. I must be frank, if we owe over 30 billion to contractors and the previous government did not pay, I believe that it will just be fair that nobody will expect that we'll be able to pay 30 billion within a year. If it was that simple, it would have been paid. But I'm very confident that working together.
So just to get some clarity, if we put the arrears for road sector, GOG plus road fund together, how much money are we talking about, and how much of it have you paid? Because you mentioned a 5 billion payment, and you also said it was a 21 billion. So I just want to know the total arrears for road sector in terms of completed works. How much is it, and how much have you paid?
Okay. So what it is that we are told that what was presented to us at transition was figures from as of 30th, September, end of September. And according to that document, GOG indebtedness as of that time was about 21 billion. And road fund was about another 5 billion. And that excludes Cocoa Roads, which is also a huge amount of money. Without a doubt, Bernard, we are close to about 40 billion, which was work done and unpaid across the road sector. And if you consider the fact that 5 billion as of Friday, that would have been the biggest, without a doubt, ever single payment to road contractors at a particular time in the life of any government in recent history. That is, I'm not saying cumulatively, at one bullet payment of 5 billion, that would have been the biggest. And we are doing this without borrowing from international sources and other things. I think President Mahama must be commended for and the finance minister must be commended for this commitment. That is why all those people who have been saying pay contractors, we are not doing this. Ask yourself, how were we able to pay 5 billion without the binging on borrowing from day to day? I think prudence and effective leadership is the only reason we are able to do this.
So you've paid 5 billion out of the 40?
Yes.
Is there a time-bound payment schedule for the rest of the money, for the outstanding?
Well, Bernard, we owe a lot of money. But what was in the budget we need to ask ourselves, what is in the budget for arrears? And this is just road. We haven't come to energy, we haven't come to education and other things. We can only pay as much as government can raise, and from sources you and I know. So we will pay as much as we can raise. But I believe that if a government that is 1 year old is able to pay about 5 billion Ghana cedi towards arrears inherited without borrowing and other things, I think that government must be commended for the patriotism and making sure that the Ghanaian investor in road sector money will be paid. As of when we'll be able to retire the 40 billion, it is just a matter of time that the budget will reveal how long it will take. Yeah. But the commitment of government to retire these arrears is no doubt.
Just two final points before you go. I know you came out of a meeting, so I'll make it quick. We looked at the BOG numbers for end of July. Government had budgeted 22 billion for capex. Only 10 billion had been expended, out of which 6.6 was domestic big push, 3.4 was foreign sources. So even with the amount of money the government was hoping to expend on capital expenditure, which includes roads, bridges, and everything else, the government was 63% below its expenditure target. So there appears to be an issue. If big push is our big infrastructure push, and our own budget wanted to spend 22 billion, of course, the 10 out of 22 is very low. What is going on? Is it that we didn't raise enough revenue? What's going on?
No, you have to look at it in two ways. That 5 billion that is paid is just debt we inherited from our colleagues. So that does not even include an inch of road that we have started by ourselves. Yes, you are right. The government flagship road project is the big push. As you are aware, and then I want to thank your network and other things to monitor and follow the president and every other person on the road sector. The big push project have just landed on site. So there's no contractor has released certificate yet. But I can guarantee you every big push contractor who releases a certificate, and we are expecting that towards the end of the year, early part of next year, the certificate will start coming. And we have money set aside for that, because that is how the budget has been structured. So you will see much more of the expenditure on the new project coming in towards the end of the year into next year. So we are not off target at all, because the procurement processes, the design, the costing, and the procurement of the road project will take time. That is why it's a delay. So we are not off target. We are actually on target. We have awarded over 70 billion cedis worth of new project. And at the same time, I just remind people, we have continued many abandoned road projects. One of them is the Ofanko. We are continuing with the Kasua project. We are continuing with the Adenta, Dodua, and we have added many. And we have urged every single contractor who was working during the previous regime to continue. We've never cancelled a single project. All of them are expected to continue working.
Finally, you are in China. We know the president is there primarily because of the conference on women, but I suspect you are there for a different reason. Are you raising any money for any specific road projects on this leg of the China trip?
Yes, as I said to you, the president is, as I speak to you, addressing the Ghana Presidential Investment Forum, which has attracted over 600 investors. And they are investors across all spectrum of our economy: mining, agriculture, AI, electronic vehicles, and everything. So the conference itself was about global leadership, focusing on women. But it's also focusing on women in business, women in construction, women in every aspect of our life. Yes, we are meeting. The president has already met a number of investors on roads and bridges and other things. Yes, some of them are already people working with us who want to increase their investment. So yes, it is a very positive outlook for the built environment in Ghana.
All right, I'm sure we'll talk when you come back. Thank you for speaking to us. Honorable Governor Kwame Abuja is Minister for Roads, speaking to us from China, and we apologize if the line was a bit dodgy. Sky, when we come back after taking social media trends, we'll unpack some of the points. But I think the highlights: 40 billion cedis in road sector arrears. Yeah. A chunk of 5 billion paid. He splits the payments, he splits the arrears into GOG and road fund and others. The 10 billion out of 22 is for new projects, so that's a different conversation. And they're also hinting that when they did the audit, it was good they didn't pay early, because they found out that the amounts may have been lower. And I think that corroborates the point the Deputy Finance Minister also made last week. So we are doing our best to keep up to taps with the issues you are raising on payments. This is the City Breakfast. It's 3 minutes past 8. Caleb, what's next?
Bernard, we're bringing our listeners tech and social media trends, and that is sponsored by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana is rewarding smart banking. Use your First mobile app or dial *894# for your everyday expenses, and you stand a chance of winning 500 Ghana cedis cash every single week. If you are not yet a member of the First Bank Ghana family, initiate the account opening process with the same *894# or download the First mobile app. 0596 921 921 is the number to call if you have any questions.
Edwin Kwakofi is joining us. Edwin, welcome. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Bernard. So we start with some football news, and Benin, Nigeria, and South Africa are trending. They're trending because of we'll find out which of these three countries makes it through to the World Cup automatically. The Nigerian fans are going crazy on social media, telling their players to step up because a nation of 250-ish million people shouldn't have any issues putting together a team that will qualify for the World Cup. And we'll come back to that number for our next trend. But obviously, Benin could qualify with a win or a draw if South Africa don't win and don't make up the 2-goal difference between them. Nigeria will qualify if they win by more than 2 goals, and South Africa fails to beat Rwanda. And South Africa will qualify with a win and Benin lose, or if Benin draw and they make up that 2-goal difference.
I did statistics at Legon, but even with the B+ I got, I couldn't calculate it was too complicated. Like when it's like I ran out of paper. I was calculating Nigeria's chances. When I use all the equations, they work. Because the variables are too many. So I gave up.
Yesterday I was trying to give you a few of those.
If they score 3, this person has to score 1. If they lose 2,
the yellow cards, the red cards.
This one, if you want to give somebody an NSMQ question for problem of the day, what are the chances that Nigeria will win given that? Start work, don't finish.
So we're back to the population numbers, which are significant because Cape Verde have qualified for the World Cup. They are the second smallest nation ever to qualify for the finals because they have a population, and I saw recent estimates, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but 590,000 people in that country.
Where is Cape Verde? Where's Cape Verde?
Cabo Verde. It's on the western coast of the African continent.
So it's in Western Africa.
It's an island.
It's an island,
small island.
Yeah.
On the western coast.
It always confuses me with Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea is near Gabon.
Yes.
But Cape Verde is also in West Africa. So it's a West African nation. Are we sure?
It's an island, yes.
It's not West African?
No.
I'm coming.
No, it's not West African.
Cape Verde is not West Africa?
Yeah.
It's much further south?
No, it's off the West African coast. But
it's not close.
They are not part of ECOWAS?
No.
Oh, we want them to come and join us. Oh, okay.
So they are behind Iceland, who have about 390,000 people.
Are Iceland going?
No, Iceland qualified in the previous.
So for this year?
For this year.
They are the smallest?
They are the smallest so far that have qualified. So like Ghana, they didn't qualify for the AFCON, so they are missing the AFCON to go to the World Cup. And they were grouped with Cameroon, Libya, and Angola. So that emphasizes how impressive their qualification was. Let's move to more football news.
There's actually a video of a Nigerian guy just dying over Ghana.
We got an excerpt, an audio.
Well, probably we need to donate some points to them. It's really serious. they are really, really not happy. I watched Monday Night Football on DSTV yesterday in the afternoon. Shehun Odegbami and then Victor Ikpeba. Charlie, it was almost like tears. Look at Ghana. They know what they have to do. Let's go. Nigeria, look at how they are doing. It's really sad. It's very, very, very difficult.
It's going to be more difficult if they see Ghana qualify for 2 successive World Cups. When they miss out,
they miss out on the last one.
They miss out on the last one because of us.
They can join us. They can wear red, gold, green, and chair. Anyway, let's continue.
So Eddie Nketiah is in the trends because apparently the player wants to change.
Oh, sorry, Cape Verde is a member of ECOWAS.
ECOWAS.
Oh, thank you.
It's off the western
Edmond,
coast.
Yes, Edmond Foley. So Cape Verde or Cabo Verde.
Cabo Verde.
Which is the Green Cape. I think the meaning of that is a member of ECOWAS, and it is in West Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you for that. Go on.
Well, Eddie Nketiah is trending because apparently he wants to play for the Black Stars.
No. We don't want him to play for the Black Stars.
Why not want to play?
He's not good, and when we needed him, he didn't show up. Eddie Nketiah is not good.
Oh no, he's not good. Hold on. The he's not good argument.
He's okay.
It's different from you don't want him to come and play.
Is he better than Inaki Williams?
No, I'm not saying he's better than Inaki Williams, but I'm simply saying don't say he's not good.
But why are we doing Achunai? It's
a lot.
We wanted you to play for us for AFCON qualifier. You say you won't play. You play for England. People have gone to struggle to qualify us for the World Cup. Then you want to come and play. Who should work for who should come and chop?
The thing is this.
If I don't come.
The thing is this.
Monkey the baboon they chop.
When is the World Cup?
June
next year.
There's a whole season in between.
Still,
let's wait for that season.
We should have pride. We should have pride.
Oh, I agree with you on the matter of the pride. I'm just saying, calm down.
Who should work for who to chop?
Useful talent, and he wants
What
to come
talent?
back.
What talent? He hasn't started a game till he's not anything. He doesn't know anything. We don't want anything.
You are being emotional. That's not fair.
He's allowed to be emotional. Also, football is emotional.
Emotion is
but this
emotion
is
is a
decision making. If the guy has some useful talent,
Makakra, you know that sometimes your emotions can help you make a decision
I
instinctively.
agree.
The guy should go and play for England.
Just write him off because he rejected you before. If he's useful to
So
the
you
team,
want a guy? Me when you reject me, it pains me. I don't know about you, but me when I'm rejected, it pains
but
me.
you're making a decision for Black Stars, not yourself.
When I'm rejected, when you're rejected, when you reject me, they pay me. If I don't come,
you don't take rejection easily.
It really hurts me. We needed Edwin Ketia. He was doing Arsenal like second striker. He said Ghana, whatever. Now we've qualified for World Cup, he wants to go and play. We don't want him. He should go and play for England. We will take our Iñaki like that, and we'll add Bright, the guy Coventry guy,
Brandon Thomas Asante.
We will take him. He should go and play for England.
Well, the variables that are involved, the attack is actually Ghana's most packed area in terms of talent, so people don't see a way in. But they also say Iñaki rejected Ghana initially, and he was allowed in.
So you see the selectivity.
Iñaki played AFCON qualifier. He played everything.
That's true.
No, but you are bitter about him rejecting Ghana.
He's not as good
Somebody
as
else.
He doesn't have any record. He hasn't done anything. Iñaki is far better.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
Yeah, which because of that, Iñaki is also trending. So we move on from football to the NSS, and former NSA boss and his deputy, obviously NSA.
National Service Secretariat.
Yeah, Secretariat. So Osei Isibe Intri has been charged with, among other things, causing financial loss to the state, stealing, and money laundering. And Gifty or Mensa also charged with alleged misappropriation of state funds between February 2022 and March 2024. So people are saying Oral is at work because of the work Oral did to gather evidence and information before they were charged. Some are also talking about how long it's taking to put them before courts, but people just want justice and wants people to pay for misappropriating state funds. So that case is going on. We'll bring you updates later. In tech news, YouTube has started vertical streams. Usually YouTube does landscape streams. Yes, so now they've turned to vertical streams because they want to challenge TikTok in the market. They've seen the success TikTok has had in vertical streaming. So eventually YouTube has moved from just a normal streaming platform to having shorts, which are also challenging TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat as well. And then having the vertical streams for people who like to stream on the go.
You know, my worry is a whole generation of people are consuming information in very short bits.
Yes.
And also it's very, what's the word I want to use? Sensationalist in a way. So it's almost like there's no real recourse to depth and long reading.
Yeah, a lot of clickbaiting.
Yeah, and I listened to a very disturbing podcast yesterday where they were talking to a scientist about whether 3-year-olds should even giving mobile phones. And somebody apparently had done some alleged research to show that there were advantages. You know, so I was like, hey, Charlie, this is our society, because now you're reading a whole newspaper.
But you can find advantages to everything. The fact is that do the disadvantages outweigh the advantages that exist? And I don't believe the advantages of giving phones to 3-year-olds outweigh the disadvantages that exist. So I don't think it's a good idea. But
so this verticals, you mean they take the picture in portrait? In
portrait, so you can stream while on the move. You don't have to hold your phone this way, landscape form for people who are watching. You don't have to hold your phone this way, which is a little inconvenient for people.
So which is the most popular vertical shorts platform?
Definitely TikTok.
TikTok,
yes.
Okay. Followed by
Instagram.
So even YouTube is not.
No, YouTube has not caught up. But so they've done a lot of work in the last couple of years to
try and catch up.
Yes, to try and catch up.
So that means that more content on the go.
Definitely.
More content on the go.
Definitely. And it also aids in people who like to cut up their videos into shorts, because now you basically don't have to convert into a vertical form. It's always vertical, so easy to transform to shorts.
Thank you very much, Edwin, all the time. Second Social Media Trends was the segment.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, bruh, that be dangerous combination, no.
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want town. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
You looking for a bank to rely on? Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we see to bank be no lie? Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe, universal banking ain't in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no need time to wait. Now I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt, they tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best, I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west, everything is you first.
Nobody feed do, I'm like us, First Bank we treat you first, Somebody see yeah. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Sankofa, pepper soup where you know, pepper sankofa, pepper powder, a shishi raw. Sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder.
FDA, Aji Ejadi Nkrato Yatum.
This October, Northern Ghana takes center stage. Get ready for the Northern Business Fair 2025, the ultimate one-stop shop for everything made in Ghana in the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From hand-woven smokes and intricate crafts to modern manufacturing, innovative packaging of made-in-Ghana products, and thriving homegrown businesses, it's a vibrant celebration of talent, innovation, and authenticity. Brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM, it's the biggest trade fair showcasing Kenyan SMEs, startups, research bodies, and indigenous brands making waves across the nation. It's happening on Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium. The time is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Want to exhibit? Call 0205-973-973 today and book your space. Don't just hear about it, see it, experience it, and live it. The Northern Business Fair, your market, your connections, your growth. The Northern Business Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
Nexus cable metal fossil.
of flexible and a conduit cable 5,000 cedis biara or 1Q distributor and a 1 retailer biara hoa. Joe receipt and a invoice for who phone let your invoice and a receipt a picture. For WhatsApp numbers 055 255 7781 and 053 101 8643. Damadana Obey Sika Womo Monodo. The send your phone edible to invoice picture. About to use a distributor on the phone. Let's send invoice. Them Sikana. About wow phone no do. So Nexans cable or ISO certified. Made in Ghana Papa B. To invoice you WhatsApp numbers there. Now what's Rebecca cashback? Radio more
Nexans cable metal. Electricity no get leg. It be Nexans cable metal cable the carrier.
Jenny, our operations are too complex to be managed on spreadsheets. We need real-time control.
Exactly. That's why companies like ours are moving to Sage ERP 300. It integrates finance, procurement, inventory, and project costing across all departments.
I've seen it work. Multi-location reporting, consolidated dashboards, even intercompany transactions, all seamless.
And the best part? Trust Consult handles everything: deployment, training, and support. They are Sage's certified partner here in Ghana.
Perfect. Let's contact them today. 0302 246 875 or 0244 965 119. Visit their office in Kokomlemle or the website trustconsultlimited.org.
Sage ERP 300. Built for growth, trusted by enterprise.
Channel One TV has a way of telling their stories. Stories that empower change. Capturing the trending issues, delving into our communities, getting out the voices that matter.
Almost 13 to 16 people were under the ground and it collapsed on them. Yesterday we were able to make it and remove 8 of them and 4 were dead.
Channel One Newsroom, CNR, brings you an exhaustive coverage of the day's news. 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
Don't mine in forest reserves, and always when you've created a mess, clean it up. The laws are there. So it's not that you need more laws, it is just that you need more enforcement.
Channel One Newsroom captures the exact news temperature of the nation. From the northern, western, eastern, and southern parts of Ghana, Channel One Newsroom, CNR's got you covered.
Let's speak to the core issues in terms of how we can prevent professionals who have been given the mandate to teach our children, and for this matter, the old children's standard of care, and how they can live up to expectation.
8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
How can somebody wake and you tell the person I appreciate you for 10 good months? I can't stand it. I'm owing rent. What should I do to be able to pay my rent? I don't understand. They should pay us. Enough is enough.
CNR, telling your stories, empowering change. Catch CNR on Channel One TV at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
Australia is back. Did you know that Australia is home to highly educated workers? Yes, you can also live your dream in Australia with the right academic qualifications. Best Education Services, in collaboration with the Australian High Commission, invites you to the Best Education Study in Australia Fair 2025. Come and explore undergraduate and postgraduate study options, paid internships, partial scholarships, and learn more about the post-study work permit. Date, Saturday, 25th October, the Australian High Commission, Accra. To register, call or WhatsApp 025-6299-707. Again, 025-6299-707. The Best Education Study in Australia Fair is organized in collaboration with the Australian High Commission, Accra.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Damuleno, Nijan Kumbante, Damuleno, Nijan Kunyerete, Damuleno, Nijan Kumbante, Nijan Kumbante, Jawayella, Yella.
8:25 on the City Breakfast Show.
Yes.
And today is Tuesday. It's the 14th day of October. A few quick announcements before we come back.
If you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, please discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We've got Piva Cola, Piva Beverage, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, and Piva Tangy. Did I say Piva Beverage? Yeah. Piva Grape instead. So grab yours today. It's available at a local store near you. 0550-032-231. Piva Beverages, a taste you will love. Now, the 13th edition of the HR Focus Africa Conference and Awards is happening live on Friday, the 17th of October 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center. It starts at 8:30 a.m. sharp. Join the HR practitioners and business leaders from across Africa for a full day of insights, innovation, and networking, all under the theme Equity, Innovation, and Impact, Reimagining Work and Talent in Africa's Emerging Future. Ticket rates are universal members in person 600 Ghana cedis, virtual 306. That's exclusive of 30% discount, and non-members in person 1,100, virtual 510. You don't want to miss the prestigious award ceremony at 1 p.m. same day, where over 30 outstanding HR teams from organizations across Ghana will be celebrated. It's the 19th. Visit hrfocusevents.com for more. 050-9620-204 is the number to call. 0509-620-204. Get tickets, submit nominations today. It's sponsored by TGT Africa, Mest Africa, Casapreco, and a host of others. Media partner is Citi FM. So picture yourself, you finally got that chance with your long-term crush. You invite her over for a home-cooked candlelit dinner. She accepts it. The day comes, everything is set. Jollof is cooked to perfection. Wine is chilled. AC is on. Your phone rings. She's 5 minutes away. You hang up, check yourself in the mirror, and then the light just goes off. Any day but today, right? D&J understands that some moments just should never be interrupted. That's why we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. G&J is your go-to for total energy solutions. Visit our website gjtechghana.com. G&J, your energy partner. So Ghana's fintech space is growing fast, but how ready are we for the future of digital credit and digital assets? Join Mobile Money Limited together with Imani Center for Policy and Education and the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISA, for the 2025 Fintech Stakeholder Forum this Wednesday, October 15, 2025 from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. is themed Harnessing Fintech Potential, Regulatory Frameworks for Digital Credit and Digital Assets. All the people who matter in the space will come, so catch the conversation live. It will be on Citi FM as well, and Momo from MTNG8 at Momo from MTNG8 social media pages, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Good morning, Ghana. Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey goodness of Twitsco, enriched with Enerfort, a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including B vitamins, vitamin C, D, iron, and many more. At just 2 Ghana cedis, you can treat yourself and your little ones to a rich, delightful chocolatey taste of Twitsco and power that dream. Simply mix with water, add milk, stir, and enjoy. The kids can't get enough. Go straight to the nearest store. Grab yours today. Twitsco, power your dream.
All right, so 28 minutes past the hour of 8. Guys, so the minister, we managed to reach him from the silence of the program, and he sort of addressed some of the issues there. I don't know where I think you were right when you said that they should have addressed the Minister for Roads, which they rightly did, and he's also explained what they are doing. Does that give a bit of respite? The arrears were 40, they've paid 5. He says that other payments will be made, and that when Parliament resumes, he will give a schedule of the payments. And then he spoke about new projects, 10 billion for big push of which most are roads. So essentially paying for finished work and also committing to new work to be done. I don't know whether that it addresses the urgency of the matter you raised yesterday.
I would say that it's good at least that we've heard the minister speak on the matter. That is encouraging. He's given indications that they are working around the clock to resolve the issues that I've raised and the ones raised by the contractors in that letter. But with the greatest respect, I don't think it is enough, because as you yourself just pointed out, and according to the minister, 40 billion in arrears, only 5 or maybe 4 has been
5 billion.
5 billion. I mean, that's negligible, isn't it?
1/8.
Yeah, that's, I mean, really. And you see, the letter that we have seen conveys the true feelings of majority of the contractors we have in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And no country should put its, entrepreneurs, investors, businesses, private citizens through that kind of toil. Listen to the tone of the letter. Of course, they did the right thing by, first of all, commending the government for what they say they are doing in order to restructure the economy and debt payment and all of that. But the core of the issue they raise is what's happening to their assets, what's happening to jobs, what's happening to, their credit worthiness, because banks are after them. And I am having to respond repeatedly to, demand notices being filed left, right, and center from banks which want their money because people have worked for years, and for some reason government is simply saying we can't pay. And in some cases, they are insisting that if you want payment done to you, you have to get a haircut. I mean, look, you have worked for years, banks are after you, your workers after you, SNIT, as they have rightly stated, is coming after them because in some cases they are unable to make their pay SNIT contributions. And the money that the government owes you, you want that money paid to you so that you can go and deal with some of these outstanding obligations. The government or people in government are negotiating that, look, we want you to accept a haircut in the sense that this money is too much. Let's recalibrate the amount so that we'll pay you some of what we are owed you, and that should settle the matter. I mean, in what economy should this be allowed to continue?
But I think you admit that some of the challenges are because of lack of trust between the two administrations, because the point he makes is that when transition was happening, there was a certain expectation of the amount of arrears, but it turns out that following that, the arrears and the amounts were bigger. So I feel like for going forward, we need to also tighten the transition process so people get a clearer picture of the issues. Because they had meetings, they compared notes, and then when they got in, they now said, look, the amounts are much bigger than we thought. He actually made that point here. It's something we need to look at. So it's delayed. So that lack of trust and candor within the two teams has delayed payments by almost 6 months. Because the transition team finished their work by the time they were handing over.
Should the question of mistrust between two administrations and the problems that should arise as a result of that, whatever it is, be visited upon people who have gone for private capital to invest to build this country?
That's why we have lawyers. That's why we have contracts. The mistrust between human beings is what has enabled many businesses. If I trusted people, I won't even hire you to be my lawyer. So I think it's part of the way things are, right? Normal legal advice, a lot of that is because of lack of trust. You get it? So if we can build in certain proper systems of accountability between the transition team.
Whose job is it to do that?
Parliament.
It's the job of the government.
No, Parliament.
The government meaning all the institutions of
Parliament has a very critical role to play because, guy, it's big. It's a big issue.
Bernard,
that you spend many months meeting or weeks to discuss transition. And then now the minister is telling us that when we were taking over, they told us that the arrears was X amount. And when we went in, the arrears was Y amount. You get it? Let me give you an example. Maybe we could commission an audit firm.
Which they have done, they said.
I'm coming. As part of the transition process, to say when a political party is about to change the government, within the same party or different parties, the Parliament should appoint an independent auditor to audit specific arrears as part of the transition and hand over their findings to the new team, as against, do you understand what I'm saying? So that it's something that is mutually agreed, because it's cost us almost 9 months. I'm not saying that's the only reason. There's also, of course, the austerity and the fact that we don't have money. But I feel like if they knew the exact amount much earlier, look, we are in October. It was on Thursday that the Deputy Minister of Roads Finance telling me that Cabinet has now seen the final report of auditors for the 60 billion arrears, of which they reduced 13 billion out of it. This is October. Sky, imagine if we had built that into the transition process maybe sometime in January.
You see, I understand.
So these are the things we need to do to shield the system. So we've lost 10 months. Fine, they said they've saved 13 billion. I can't validate that, but that's what they are saying. Imagine if it was a system that Parliament can commission the big four. Okay, and we know that whether you are NDC or MPP, these guys will do an objective job. Because a lot of times when a party comes to power, things are tainted. Okay, they will say, these people are in government, so they are saying the arrears is to not big enough. You can't really tell. And it affects our country in a way that is beyond. So I'm not justifying the delay, but I'm saying that for a long-term solution to this type of problem, we need to get the Parliament of Ghana and look at the way the Public Accounts Committee is doing. They are doing very well. Okay, they are doing a very good bipartisan job. At least watching them on the screen, you can tell that we do have some very good professionals in Parliament. Maybe we can move for them to do a few of that so that it can speed up the process. Kakra, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it raises for me the question about the relevance of some certain institutions. Why we go through a transition only to find out that there's what
a bigger hole than we thought.
Mm-hmm. It raises the question of transparency, and unfortunately for us, we are stuck between two political parties who, when they're in power, when they're in office, behave in similar fashion. So what was the point of a transition? And now we have to think about getting Parliament to audit, the records so that we can. So it's almost as if we've lost this year, essentially. Then we shouldn't have done any transitional process.
We've lost almost a year.
Yeah, it feels like a whole waste of time.
Yeah. Anyway, so more money needs to be paid. 5 billion out of 40 is not enough.
Governmental
demand notices
should not be visited.
Someone says you should be happy if you are responding as a lawyer to many demand
more money
notices.
For you.
Charlie, look, bro, look, it's not easy like that. The people they are not paying. Their money some no day. Charlie,
there's no money.
Some no day.
There's a sense in which in Ghana, if there's no money, when you speak to people. And these are the highest echelons. Also, Charlie, money no day. It's you can feel it. There's no when liquidity is there, you will know. I think we are in a liquidity crunch. Yeah, and it's tough. It's tough for everybody. But let's tighten our belts and let's move on. Godfrey, why are you dressed so? No, what can I do? I've called the minister to speak to him. I mean, I've actually done a lot more than most people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've gone out of my way to call the minister out of a conference to explain. I mean, what else can I do? Once the guy has answered the question, I can't be shouting. Let's wait for next week. Let Parliament reconvene. He said when Parliament reconvenes, they would address Parliament and give the schedule for payment. I think that's what the people are asking for. The paragraph 2 said the ministry should give them a schedule for payment. So if they go to Parliament, of course, it's a house of record. He can't do that on this program. If he goes to Parliament and addresses them and gives that schedule, we can police the schedule. Or we can debate the schedule. You can read the few
message.
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, guys. My dad is a contractor. He's currently selling his house to pay for a bank loan. All his workers are struggling to make a living. He's the hardest and honorable working man I know. He doesn't joke with the quality of his work. He's delivered many projects for different governments. It's sad how governments don't promote and help private businesses.
Scala, we read a story today that a school had been locked up because 14 years after the contractor finished, he hadn't been paid. That's amazing. So 2010 or 2011.
14 years now.
Find that guy and interview him. To be interesting. 14 years after he.
But Bernard, I think a conversation also needs to be had about like these payments, and because if you've not been paid for 14 years, why? I guess, and somebody might say, "Oh, what is he asking?" Like, but is there no recourse for somebody like that? And why? What kind of contract did you sign that allows a government to owe you for 14 years? because basically they've collapsed you.
It's there in the contract feeding
I can read the story.
But you see, it's there in the contract feeding
but that's what I'm saying, that perhaps then we also need to put in clauses.
See, when it comes to this the government,
but so you see,
they don't respect the
Hold on for me. Can I read the story? Can I read the story? Give the context.
Hold on for me.
Let me just read the story. Contractor looks Odobin SHS classroom block over 14 years and paid debt. Akwesiado, Central Regional Correspondent. Academic activities at Odobin Senior High School in Esukuma Odobin Brakwa have come to a standstill after a contractor locked up an 8-unit classroom block over unpaid debt. The contractor, Kofi Jansa, CEO of Rolga Construction Limited, said a school's PTA awarded him the contract in 2010, but has since failed to pay him for the work done. Despite the facility being about 90% complete, the school has reportedly been using it since 2012 without settling the outstanding payment. According to Mr. Jansa, quote, every effort to retrieve the money yielded no positive results. They keep giving me excuses one after the other. He explained that the introduction of the free SHS policy and the subsequent dissolution of the PTA may have contributed to the delay in payment. Quote, the contract was awarded to me by the PTA, but the government dissolved the association after introducing the free SHS, and I was expecting the government to absorb the debt, but it didn't happen. But that didn't happen. So last year, I tried to lock the facility, but government officials pleaded that I should wait until after the elections and they would pay me. Yet I have not been paid a dime as we speak. While he did not disclose the exact amount owed, Mr. Jansa described the sum as several millions of Ghana cedis. The contractor has now taken control of the building and cordoned it off, halting lessons for hundreds of students. He also warned that he would take legal action against the school authorities if they attempt to break into the building or continue using it. They have been using the building, which is 90% complete, since 2012. The issue, that itself is illegal. So I am not expecting them to go back into it until I'm paid. Otherwise, I'll use legal action against the school. The construction of the 8-unit classroom block has significantly boosted the school's admission capacity, increasing enrollment from about 200 to over 1,800 students, and enabling the introduction of additional academic programs.
So my question comes in then. You see that space between the contract being awarded by the PTA, policy changing, and him assuming that the government will absorb that.
Government begging, or the authorities begging. That will pay.
Because here's the thing. The validation process that the government has to go through, perhaps with how the contract was awarded, because how government awards its contract is very different from how a private entity
or PTA
or a PTA will award its contract. The processes are completely different.
Can government take over PTA debt?
You see, there are. So you see the nuance here.
Complicated
so
matter.
You can
see. That's what I'm
saying. Yeah, but it's
a good case study, which is why I'm saying that some of these debts, because for instance, if we've seen, this is not a new case, we've seen a lot of the contractors lock up government
sponsored.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Lock up government schools. Now you can't sell the school to offset the cost because it's government land.
You can't sell school.
Who are you selling the school to?
Well, I mean, if you go through the proper processes,
there's no court. There's no court in Ghana that is going to allow you to sell a government school to offset your debt.
A judge will look at the school and
promotion. I mean, they don't mind that.
That's the point I'm making.
It will be a difficult decision.
The system looks to be designed to frustrate the people who are supposed to be paid. And also I also think perhaps for the people on that side, not all of them, some of them, most of them play the political game.
No, don't use most. Say some.
That's what I said. Okay, some of them play the political game. So the manner of getting the contracts,
because maybe he knows people somewhere.
But should that matter? Has the person done the work?
No. You see,
he's talking about the process. You see, Sky, don't forget the Ministry of Finance is saying from now every debt, every contract you sign which has implication on the Ghana budget, they have to validate it. Now look at this case study. A PTA has gone to incur a debt on behalf of a school. The school
which is a government
under
school.
GES. So they could well say GES government should pay, right? And then they may add it to a bunch of things that the Ministry of Education now asks the finance ministry to pay. So if you're a finance minister, I say, how on earth am I paying for a school where the processes under which the contract was signed by the PTA and this guy we are not even clear? You get it? So this is a build-up of things. So we shouldn't use it. I think that it is a very good case study of how a lot of government debt is incurred And which why some people say that they even overprice it.
lost
Because
it.
if the process for
story
awarding the
told you
contract
in that-
is not even right,
in
how do you
one
know that the
sentence,
amount is right?
You were told in
Yes.
clear terms the impact of that project on enrollment into the school.
Very good.
Right?
Yes.
Any responsible government that cares about education, that cares about producing the right human capital for the people of Ghana, will go and investigate, look into it. But what is the issue, right? Look, Bernard, I
The
understand.
issue is the SHS. But if explain the issue.
No.
And so don't forget, let's assume I spent 1 million cedis on this 8-unit classroom block in 2011. Then the people were supposed to pay me in 3 years. They haven't paid. Then the government then.
Meanwhile, the man is accruing interest.
And don't forget 2011. So there was NDC government down to 2016. The story is even incomplete because 2016 was when MPP came. So to even blame free SHS and PTA dissolution is not even the full story. Because if a school project has finished in 2011, what happened between 2012 to 2016? Now you are saying that in 2017, 2018, when PTA was abolished, that's why they couldn't pay. And therefore, the new government, the then government said when they finish the election, there's a cock and bull story.
No, but you can't dismiss.
So what happened between
like
2012 and 2016?
It could well be the facts because I know people who have not been paid for 20 years in some cases. 20 years, people who supplied vehicles to the state of Ghana, the Republic of Ghana.
Yes.
Back and forth, in some cases, 30 years, they have not been paid.
Yes.
And you know what government does? Look, let's face it.
I agree with you.
We have people who just believe that to hell with it. We will not pay you. If you like, go to court. And they frustrate you and kill your business.
Let's be balanced. There are two things. Your point is true, but I'm also saying that sometimes the circumstances under which these contracts are awarded need to be properly.
Which is the point I am trying to make.
As a solution, we must recalibrate these contracts awarding so that it doesn't just happen arbitrarily.
In the meantime, have rights accrue to people. Have people worked and that they deserve to be paid.
But the point I'm making is,
are we going to pay the
You
person?
see, here's the thing, Sky. A lot of the, well, I'm saying a lot again. You are in the business, so let me use the words you're asking me to use. Some of the,
I think that's right.
so that he leaves me alone. Some of the persons who front these contracts or who run these companies or who are these contractors. The circumstances under which the contract is even won means that you have a certain difficulty in following due process when it comes to collecting your money, when it comes to the form of the type of contract that you are signing. Because here's the thing, you don't want one contract, you want 2 contracts, you want 3 contracts. You want to be on the good side of the government. The government likes the kind of contractor who can go and mobilize and do the work and doesn't come and give the government wahala over a period of time. They are the ones who get 4 contracts, 5 contracts, 6 contracts, because then they say you are the strong one. And we've seen a couple of those who are capable and they grow. We've seen them. They are working in the system, right? Not everybody has that wit. Okay, so those who don't have that wit, sometimes after getting the contracts, due to the terms of it,
with terms, they are written in black and white.
Sky, if you are the minister, Sky.
So
Sky,
what is the difficulty then in making claims?
No, it is not a difficult. You see, people just sit at the ministry in many cases and decide they won't pay.
No.
If you don't grease their palms.
That is also there.
I want to show you what the Sky,
that is also there.
This is
and you see,
2011. I'm coming on. 2011 to 2025 is 14 years. So you are saying that the various of paying officers within the ministries have all been this recalcitrant?
No. You see, I'm not citing this as a matter of fact. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking from like proper knowledge, like
over
from
long? But if it's 20-year period of non-debt payment, could it be a reason you are giving?
Bernard, there is I won't pay you because I believe you belong to the other side.
There is that.
There is I won't pay you because look, you have refused to accept certain draconian terms now being imposed. There is I won't pay you because Charlie. Yes, like this guy, you are too known. Or there is I won't pay you because you cost a lawyer to write to me. If you like, go to court. The court belongs to us. You know, there is I won't pay you because look, I want to kill your business.
I won't pay you because I want to be sure that I'm paying the right amount and that we have to properly validate the amount.
There's also that.
You see, you
Send
know,
that on to be part.
there's something known as articulating a minor motive against an inarticulate major motive, right? What the governments coming into office often do is to use these things. Oh, we are investigating. The MPP did it. These so-called cocoa roads, blah blah blah. They stopped all of them.
They said they were doing audit.
They said they were doing audits so that they could shelve all the so-called or alleged NDC people and their contractors away.
So now you
hold on. So that they will now use the opportunity to give new contracts to people they believe are from their side, so that they can pay those people, so that those people will support the party's cause.
So your business gets spoiled when your party leaves power.
Exactly. I mean, why should
that is the problem I'm talking about.
In many ways.
That's a very good point. But my point is that we have to be delineated, because we've just discussed with the road minister debts. He has admitted that there's 40 billion that is owed, and he's going to give a roadmap to pay. Okay. Now, I'm not sure we are going to say that a lot of the delays are also because they want to be sure that this contractor is from the right political party or not.
Bernard, did you hear of what happened after the NDC left power? Similar approach.
2016.
Yes. The roads ministry came in. We believe that some of these things have been inflated. We believe that many of them did not follow due process. We have caused an audit to be done. In the meantime, we are not making any payment. In the meantime, new contracts were being issued. The point I'm making is that, you see, Godfred raises very fundamental points, and I don't depart from those points. But you see, my basic position is that, look, there's sanctity of contract, and once contracts have been signed and performed, you as a party to the contract, you have an obligation to fulfill the terms of the contract.
But you also,
what people are doing,
officer, have an obligation to apply due care.
But I'm saying people are hiding behind due care.
There are two things. You've said your side, which is true.
Okay.
Sanctity of contract. But I'm saying that if people are in court, people are going to court because of financial loss. So if you're a paying officer and somebody comes and says pay 1 million, you should be able to cover your bases to be sure that the project was valued for money.
Do you hear from them? All these governments which have done these things, the same approach being adopted when they are giving new contracts and making payments that they have commissioned. What do you call it?
But I just explained to you the issue of political trust, because we also do know that politicians give contracts to people they like and they pad it. Okay, so if we are sitting here today and the government is telling us that they saved 13 billion cedis from auditing, and they claim they used one of the big four firms to do an audit, and they are actually going to present it to Parliament. According to the Deputy Finance Minister, they presented it to Cabinet and it will be given to Parliament. So don't forget the cocoa rules. People are asking also for the audit report. So I am saying that we should also say that because people politically do things because of political expediency, we should also overlook the need for these kinds of audits.
Then let's disband the various institutions. You see, the government contracts are not just awarded like that and people go to sleep. There is a department in the roads department, for instance. There's an institute, what do you call it? An internal institution whose job it is to go out there, take notes, right? Validate every claim. If you raise a certificate, a contractor raises a certificate, his job is to go there and say, okay, you say that you have done 20% of the job. Okay, you go and do the audit, right? Take photographs, all these things, write a report, raise that report, that will go to the appropriate officer. That, okay, this is the claim made, this is our assessment. There is a tallies, and therefore raise the requisite memo, let it go forward so that eventually the minister will minute on it. It will go to the appropriate department for validation, and payment will be made, releases will be made, and
so all. You're saying that is built into the process?
Look, at every step of the way.
This is why we say politics destroys institutions. Because what we've done in
Ghana. So we should use our money to contract some new auditor to do some job that ought to have been done.
You that, you see, so what we've done is that the political motive even means that the guy doing the validation you're saying may not have even done it well, or the new government doesn't believe he did it properly. Because if a minister is so determined to do the wrong thing, or if an administrator is so determined to do the wrong thing, they can have all those perfunctory checks, but they can still overprice contracts. You get it? So I keep saying that we need to go back to Parliament because Parliament is bipartisan. They are the ones who can bridge the gap, because the two administrations, the lack of trust is costing all of us money. But we also know that people do part contracts and they steal the state's resources, and we also have to catch them. So we have to have a balanced approach to this matter. But we in pushing the pay them, we also should not forget that you don't want to pay people who haven't done any work.
But Bernard, if you pay people and you know very well that the facts eventually establish that someone okayed the payment, that ought not to have been made, or someone charged you for a certain amount, and ideally that ought not have been part of the charges imposed on you as a government, you have the liberty to prosecute the person.
Go that long route. And the money you don't even have. See, look at you don't even have the money. You are doing austerity. Now you are going to pay somebody, and then when you finish, go and chase him for overpayment.
But jobs are dying.
Oh my brother.
Contractors are suffering hypertension. People are visiting, you know. It's a very serious matter I'm raising.
The contractors are suffering because, look, I'm not even going there. Everybody's suffering, God.
No, but if you are suffering, you identify with me.
I'm suffering.
No, I don't think you are suffering.
No, I'm saying that, you see, I agree with your point that not paying contractors affects everybody else, but we've done a lot of work in the past 2 days to tell you what's going on.
You were told that 40 billion, right?
Yes.
Only 4 billion or 5 billion has been paid. I mean, that is completely unacceptable.
Over what period? The man says that when he goes to Parliament next week, he's going to give a schedule for the rest of the payment.
You know, that's all just good.
Yeah, but he's going to Parliament. Is it? Are you talking?
Bernard, you see, look, maybe I know enough to know that.
No, I think you know too much, so it's affecting you.
Let me read some messages for you. There's a proverb that says, "We will know the height of the frog when it dies. After the government exits, we will still see unpaid contracts." See, when you've genuinely tendered for a contract, won and are giving the contract, and you work but don't get payments on time, then you come on radio to defend with English. Shaking my head. Oh, Charlie, someone was very upset. Mr. Akudo, yes? Why are you surprised with the 14 years? There are several thousands of such in the system, and these are contracts that have undergone competitive tendering processes, sets validated and approved. The state itself is not a business enabler. The state itself is not a business enabler because, you see, the manner of most of these things, and Sky, since you are the expert on this, is clientelism and transactionalism.
Yeah.
And that is what nobody wants to talk about. The contractors will lie about it, and you who represents them won't also open up about it. But it is hold on. You can hold whatever it is.
I think very strong.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
No, you can say that in some realm. But you are talking about me sitting here.
No. I say you know. I didn't say that you are participating.
So make that.
You are the expert.
Make it clear.
I'm making it clear.
Yes.
My point is
I'm here. It is my interest that is affected. I have a right to protest.
As the resident, as the resident expert on this matter,
I think you are too aggressive on this issue.
As the resident expert on this matter, I am saying that you understand that a chunk of these agreements are born out of clientelism and transactionalism.
Yes.
So it becomes very difficult.
Yes.
At a point to even engage on the basis of merit.
Thank you.
And most of these things we all know. Some of them look, let's not pretend we don't know which major contracting companies in this country are affiliated to which political parties.
In fact, yesterday,
let's not pretend we don't know. We can do it on this show.
One of my guests said something. One of my guests on TV said something. He said
let's not pretend about this.
Study of the telecom laws, and he says he'll be surprised if a lot of the telco companies don't have a sort of an untoward relationship with government because the excessive power of the government in the supervising, in the NC and all those things, it's going to be difficult for you to be a large player and not cozy out politicians. And I think we can say the same for the contractors as well. If I hear somebody from the road sector says, "Bernard, good morning.
Morning.
Government is always flexing. The contractors sign the contract with the government and not the political party. The contractors are bullied and are afraid of not getting further jobs if they try to litigate. How long can it take a government to audit projects? It's an excuse the political parties always use." So this seems to agree with your point.
Let me read more messages.
Let's read more, yeah.
Okay, I think we have.
Yeah, so the length of the frog has been determined after the frog.
But before you, I going on a break. I wanted to tell you something about the road. Raise a quick complaint.
Yes, on the road. Yes.
Yes. I beg you.
Which road?
Since we're on the roads, I want to bring attention of the Adabraka MTTD, Abusio Kain MTTD, Kaneshi MTTD, Agbogloshi, MTTD, whichever MTTD now include. This interchange that we have spent millions of dollars to construct. Look, we have Obechebi. We have allowed convenience to get in the way of being sensible. Look, the underbridge of, if I can call it an underbridge of that thing, at the junction that allows you to enter Agbogloshi, has turned into something that nobody understands. Now, if you are from Agbogloshi and you are entering, you're supposed to enter, look left. There's a car coming from that side. So you wait. If the car, you give way to traffic on your left. And then you enter, right? Now, that entire enclave has been turned into an Okada station.
Oh my God.
So the Okadas, we know, don't obey traffic rules in this country. So the Okadas are moving left and right. Meanwhile, your left, once you make that bend to join the road
they are
towards
against traffic.
Yes, it's supposed to.
And the Pragyas.
And the Pragyas as well. I don't know what is going on there.
Yes, the bottom.
The bottom part. This is the Agbogloshi intersection.
Misbehaving.
It's turned completely into, and it's turned into a mini trotro station as well. So the trotros now stop to load
in the runabout.
How? Now a few meters away, you know, when if you are joining the graphic road side, the graphic road side too, as soon as you make
they've blocked it.
It's a trotro. The trotros now stop there.
Didn't they do a bus stop for them?
They didn't.
Why didn't they do a bus stop?
I don't know.
But why should there be bus stop there? There are other bus stops.
The bus stop is further ahead.
And they don't want to use it.
People don't want to move.
Oh God.
So here's the situation. So those from Kaneshie, as soon as you are from the top of the flyover, as soon as you get down, you are driving down, the part of the road that meets traffic just like it's where the trotros stop.
That's what happens at Circle.
Yes, that is where the trotros stop. That is not safe. So if you are coming from using the graphic road curve to join that one, if you don't take it, you might just run into a trotro that has stopped right there. Or that trotro, because it has stopped, for you to avoid hitting it, you have to veer off the road. No, you have to veer into the lane of those coming from the flyover.
Thing they've done less than a year ago, and they are misbehaving like
I'm about to add the third one.
Oh God.
Now, just before, so if you are coming from Citi FM and you reach Circle, the side where the Hyundai, Kia Motors, the end of the road, just the end of the road. You know, so the right curve that would let you join the road to Circle.
Yeah. I know that.
So you're at the end of the road.
Former Mr. Biggs.
No, this one you are just at the end of the road. So from Graphic Road, after MTN, where the old MTN used to be. Yes, it's where the old MTN building used to be. Just here.
Headed towards Pampro.
Graphic Road.
That is also part of the runabout, right? At the under. It's also been turned into a trotro, a loading dock. So the trotros stop there. And what is amazing about this is just on the other side of that mini runabout, MTTD are there stopping cars.
For what?
For no reason. But across the street,
people are misbehaving.
Trotros are misbehaving.
Maybe their job is to inspect driver's license.
I don't know. So
for MTTD,
you are looking. You are looking.
People are misbehaving. They don't have care. They say, "Please, where's your license?"
You are looking to join.
The person is parked at the wrong place. Not a problem for you.
You are looking to join traffic, and they are loading there. So the whole Obechebi construct,
it's a nightmare.
What it was designed to achieve, basically has been thrown out of.
You know, I remember you said that you were not very optimistic that thing
I told
will change.
It will not change anything. It hasn't changed anything. In fact, it has.
But
just...
those of you who use the top is better.
Which one
so
is better?
When you are from Circle top and you are going to former ICGC, at least that one there you don't pass under.
But you see, you know what the problem that has emerged also, because you've complained about this thing. You know, there isn't supposed to be traffic when you descend the flyover, but now there's consistent traffic.
Why?
Because the Zongo Junction road that you always complain about has never been fixed.
Oh God. Yes.
So you drive happily down, boom, traffic.
Like with a huge pothole by the traffic light.
Look, the ICGC side, it's a complete nightmare.
So what is it?
It's a complete
design
nightmare.
That didn't take into cognizance of people's behavior. Was that supposed to be like a human behavior component of the project?
No, this one I just think that the MTTD need to realign, because the reason why I'm saying this is in the mornings, for instance, on my way to work at Araka Presby, there are about 15 MTTD officers just standing there.
And
doing what?
They stop trotros in the morning. Yeah. I'm not saying it's not that's not their job.
Meanwhile, we are needed under the.
But we need them to focus on things. You see, my small take on this is, and again, I'm no expert in this, so this is perhaps a layman's view, but I think there's a lot of nuisance stops, as compared to real problems that require fixing, in terms of what the MTTD is supposed to do.
So what is the police thinking? What's the MTTD?
I don't know. I think maybe this is just my uneducated view.
You are not,
on the matter.
You are a very educated view.
I don't know.
I think, Sky, I feel like we have a major moral and ethical problem in Ghana, where as soon as the national attention is moved away from a particular sector, people go back into misbehaving. If, for example, we go back to war against indiscipline, we start doing police, stop fooling, they all align. Immediately you move to Galamsey, no, the people start fooling on the road. When you move to this, no. So it's like people don't have the presence of mind to actually do the right thing until there's some shame to be avoided. So when you stop talking about it, look, I'm even told that a lot of the beggars have come back on the streets.
Yeah, but Bernard, you see, these are not things we should be talking about to get fixed. You've constructed a road, an interchange. The interchange is supposed to do A, B, C, and D. As soon as it is constructed, the persons who work in the enforcement sector of that particular institution are supposed to say, okay, this is what we expect. So when, as a road user, you see, because here's the thing, now, as a road user or a driver, you are basically driving and contemplating all kinds of scenarios that normally you're not supposed to contemplate. I'll give you a typical example. So if I'm emerging from the Agboglosi side and say I'm going to drop a vehicle at home, and I emerge from the Agboglosi side and I want to make that left, I'm looking to my right because there's traffic coming from Kaneshie, joining to go. I'm not supposed to be looking on my left. Now, as soon as I make that, like yesterday, I almost hit a motor.
Because they are not respecting no...
Exactly. So I'm looking at avoiding the traffic on my right, and this human being was making my left turn, and this human being is just driving on my left.
Guys, yesterday somebody said something to me, and I think I have to think about it. I was talking about, do we need this or that for development? The person says, development is not about roads. So if people don't think right, and if people are indisciplined, there's no economics Atuforcing will do. There's no economics governor Pandit will do that will make their life better. Because what Governor has just described is mindset and lawlessness and lack of ethical leadership. How many economic models can solve that?
And you see,
how many equations can you draw on the budget that can stop this type of stupidity?
And you see, I think the reason why I'm raising this, I'll give you a second example. The Airport Hills one, the new, the one that allows you to link from, if you're coming from Ajingan or all the way through to 37, Flowerport 37. It doesn't, it's far more reasonable in terms of what, I've never met Okada people there.
Yeah.
Truck drivers are not, is that because it's within a military camp?
No, I think there's a couple of reasons for that.
Why?
Generally, the Obechebi Lamte has
it's a commercial area.
The people there,
the area itself has more commercial. Activity. This place is residential. I think that's the first thing.
Okay.
But I also think the design, because what they did with the Flowerport one was that they actually fenced the bottom and they put some seats there so you can go and sit there. Yeah. So they didn't allow. You remember Title Glover went to bring
something's there.
So Title Glover.
You remove the phone.
Sky, what's worrying me? We are laughing.
People just gotta fix
everything we are discussing. I think it's a more ethical issue.
I
people
think,
like, why would MTTD 15 of them mass up and be hiding for truck driver's license when people are misconducting themselves 200 meters away because they are looking for money? That's just what it is. They are not there to solve your problem.
And actually, if the
MTTD's work is to say, today we want to unclog this bottleneck, they will even go to the places we don't have to tell them. But they'll go and stand somewhere under a tree and they say, Machu. Meanwhile, people are riding Okada opposite without helmet, wearing singlet. They don't care. So it's a leadership problem. And because the IGP is fighting Galamsey, they are misbehaving. So it's a leadership problem. Look, there's an article somebody wrote just to end this. He said, he believes that you cannot reset Ghana if you don't reset discipline. Right? Leaders who cannot act against wrongdoing encourage impunity. Discipline before development. Ghana's reset cannot wait. I'll read it to you. He said the major problem with Ghana is not the economy. The mindset is, how a new road they've done. Look at how people are behaving there.
But you know that you see, I think we should. This is without any disrespect to the communities around there, right?
Yeah.
Beyond the commerce, and I don't think that the overall GDP of that space compared to what happens in the East Legon, Spintex, is bigger than what happens there.
Yeah.
I think there's also an issue of, forgive me, lack of sophistication. Thank you for the supplying that word, because people look at things on the surface of it. There, where you're head, blah blah blah. I'm going to buy spare parts in Abosokai, so I can stop here. People are standing by the roadside there, offering all kinds of things to people to buy, and people are fixing glass darkening. Coverings there. They are,
why are you doing it on the road?
Because even in the Abosokai itself, there are no spaces for people to park. So if you put and many of the
are you telling me that an assembly cannot enforce a mobility policy that says,
of course, that's what they should be doing
within 1 kilometer of the interchange?
That's what they should be doing.
If you're not a commercial vehicle, you don't even pass.
That's what they should be
doing.
doing.
Or that if you are caught stopping at the wrong place, we'll clamp you.
That's what they should be doing.
The authorities, that's what I'm saying. See, Sky, everything we are discussing tells you that the way the Ghanaian thinks is the problem, and the leaders have given up. They don't want to do their work.
They can't give up. They must do the work.
Let me take a break, Caleb.
The same thing happens at Circle. Because people are standing by the roadside doing business.
Zongo Junction on
they are
the
selling,
Road.
in some cases, stolen phones. In some cases, stolen laptops. Of course, there are genuine business people there.
They are afraid to do the right thing, or they don't know that those things are wrong.
So, in this police case, you see them at Circle all the time.
You are raising the ethicality of the police system.
It's a leadership, because the policeman doesn't wake up to say, today my job is to make sure traffic flows. And then
he's making money.
What will I get? That's the problem.
Yeah.
The policeman says
the ethics of the law enforcer.
Are you telling me that? Are you telling me
that?
Are you telling me when you get to tiptoe lane? When you get to tiptoe lane and you see a 3-lane road, 2 of it has been taken by trotros, and yet people in white are standing there talking to trotro drivers. What are they doing?
They're advising.
They're negotiating.
Bernard, you mentioned
when you say the police say you bomb with
the motivation for which
why are they doing what they are doing?
Will be standing at the graphic road where the Presbyterian church is. About 15 of them when there is a lot of chaos. In fact, there is a security man who works in our enclave who always comes to complain to me that all the time, every morning, the policemen just stop the drivers, and when they go, there is no interaction. It's just a stretch of hand, there's an exchange, and then they move on. Whilst a few moments later, a few minutes or whatever later, a few meters ahead, then they are doing these operations.
Discipline is key to a national reset.
Yes,
Ghanaians believe that any meaningful reset must begin with discipline at the top. Resetting the nation is not merely a slogan. It's a process that requires decisive leadership, unwavering commitment to justice and immediate consequence for those who betray public trust. Without such discipline, even ambitious initiatives like 24-hour economy cannot succeed. Fraudsters, corrupt officials, and wrongdoers will continue to undermine efforts to build a productive, accountable, and transparent system. Without discipline, even bold initiatives cannot succeed. The 24-hour economy, intended to boost productivity, relies on trust, adherence to the law, and institutional credibility. Without a firm hand on corruption, however, the system risks being hollowed out even before it can take root. Citizens will be reluctant to engage in programs if they perceive the environment as unfair or dominated by lawbreakers. And then it talks about Galamsey, it talks about the squatter crisis, and it says, who holds more power in Ghana? Is it the president or the wrongdoers? And then it talks about the moral compass of the nation.
The wrongdoers.
Action must precede ambition, and then it ends by saying we must restore public trust and national progress. Sky, this article by Dr. Isaac Yawasiedu. We'll take a break.
I agree with him. The president actually has more power. Yeah. But what's happening is we are not enforcing the laws. You see, the president enforces the power. So the
wrongdoers hold the power. That's the reality.
No, maybe
but you see
they are doing the wrong thing.
Who holds the power fails to act.
Yes.
If the person who holds the power fails to act and allows the person who does not have the power and commits the offense to wield that power, especially in election year, who holds the power? The wrongdoer.
Yeah. On the Pokwase interchange, let me add to your headache. There's some indiscipline that's going on there. And over Sunday, there was an accident. A trotro actually somersaulted and another car was also somewhere else. It was a very serious accident that caused some traffic earlier in a day. Now, what happens is if you are coming from Awoshi towards Kwabenya, you're not supposed to turn on that stretch. You're supposed to drive ahead and then make the turn and join the thing before you go. But people will just want to turn there. And also because it's a highway, those who are coming are speeding. So this guy was trying to turn onto the other side. The other guy ran into him.
Illegal U-turn.
Illegal U-turn.
So you
It
see-
completely somersaulted.
You see,
It
that's why I
completely
always say
somersaulted.
that let's not use the word accident.
It's a
Because that
crash.
was not an accident.
It's a
That was
crash.
a crash.
Yeah.
And the evidence, if your facts are anything to go by, will point to the fact that someone was negligent. They don't exercise the duty of care towards other users of the road, and that person has got to be held accountable.
No, but that will
But
be
the
after
person-
an
you see,
investigation.
Sky, you see-
Yeah,
but
but
as it has happened.
Yeah, it's not. It's a crash.
Yeah, but the point is that even the police, knowing that that is a thing that's happening, if they are working properly, they should go there and go and check that this doesn't occur the next time.
Unfortunately, many
Bernard.
times these things
Bernard,
people don't get held.
Let me tell you.
accountable.
Let me tell you about convenience and why.
is not
Look,
serious.
where are we? At Abraka.
Yes.
Where's the police station?
Next
Just
to us.
Have you seen what happens at the junction here?
I'm
What has happened? Say it.
Yeah.
They are making a trotro station.
It has, they are not making a trotro station. It is a trotro station. When you get to our junction here, you can't see the road.
You can't
You can't see left.
You see
They've-
oncoming vehicles.
Is that not where the Abraka MTTD is?
They are looking for people at.
Is that not where the Abraka MTTD
They are
is?
looking for people at Circle.
Right at our junction. The police station is opposite us. I'm saying that they should hear us.
They are going. They usually go to.
They've allowed people at Dr. Martin's hospital. They've allowed the trotro drivers to turn Dr. Martin's hospital
yeah,
into a full-scale loading dock
Yes.
of trotro.
Yes.
They park there. If you go and open your mouth, last time I got there and told driver, Charlie, the insults are chop at the junction.
And they'll say, "But you get sense for it."
My tail was in between my thighs and then I went away.
You tell it, I'm moving to Ghana, you know. Ubabe kasa by hand. Kasa kubu. Fawse ko so no.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Are you ready to unlock the next big thing? It's a universe of endless possibilities. Get ready to be part of this universe.
Who cry is calling me this other one?
Hello. Good evening, Kwame.
Good evening.
We are into baby foods and would like to introduce.
Wait a minute. How did you get my number? You just use ways and means to find people's numbers and be calling them by heart. No respect for privacy or anything at all.
Oh, Bra Kwame.
Is your business privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their name, number, location? You might be doing the wrong things. Whether you're a big company or a small one, you must respect people's right to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect information you collect about people. Register your company. It's simple and online. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal.
Me, dear, affordable cooking oil is everything to me and my family. Oh, sure. When I discovered that Frytol sachets come in different sizes, are affordable, and can be used to refill my original Frytol bottles, I switched fast from these Bubi Mame oils for the frying of my buffroots and for cooking all my favorite meals.
Switch to Frytol sachets, your trusted and convenient cooking oil for all your Frytol bottle refills. You deserve a life of goodness. This advert is FDA approved.
You know, say Premier League no get size, the passion, the goals, hey, it a be rough. And DSTV is giving premium customers the chance to watch a Premier League game live. All you need to do is to keep your DSTV premium subscription active from now till 15th December. Dial *759# and stand the chance to watch your favorite star play before your very eyes. This promo is brought to you by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. T&C Supply. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
ebusuafo ahiem enuanum edwendwen sɛnea wɔbɛyɛ maame yi
mensa ka 15,000 Ghana cedis efi ayofo ho busumi bia metua 15 cedis pɛ mede ne nyinaa ɛboa yɛ maame yi no
mensuma gye 10,000 Ghana cedis every ayofo nkyɛn medie 10 cedis na metua free me momo busumi bia
menko ade misika na ama o ayofo ne se amfa
na se ye nyina na register ayo family cover no na wo kai last a wo de sika to wo momo so
asa check akra o
chese wontua wo ayo ntoboa no
se wentua wo ayo family cover sika no busumi bia policy no enye adwuma enti hwɛ sɛ wo ne wadɔfo bambo no bɛyɛ adwuma hwɛ sɛ sika bɛwɔ wo momo no so abri bia na wetumi atua busumi bia ntem so pɛ ayo package a ɛbɛboa wo ne nya bambo pa kai sɛ nhyehyɛ kakra da ho we yɛ nhyehyɛ free Salam Alliance Life Insurance Ghana Limited.
Ayo, because you care.
Be there for you and your family. Sankofa, pepper soup where you know pepper sankofa pepper powder, a shishi raw. Sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder.
FDA aji ejade nkrato yatum.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
.922 City Breakfast Show, and well, we can only hope that the national reset will be made a mental, attitudinal reset, because I feel like, you know, we are looking at externals, and those things are important, roads, but Charlie, if the way Ghanaians think doesn't change, we'll grow old here, nothing will change.
We have already, Charlie, we've been doing this for 20 years. 20 years. I mean, if in 20 years in the life of a project,
attitudinal change,
it should manifest itself
so
in many ways.
Maybe, let me propose something. Let's spend the rest of the time, maybe 60% of it, talking about ourselves, the citizens, and the way we behave. Maybe. Because the thing Goffey just described today at the Obechebilamte is 70% human behavior.
Yeah.
You understand?
Enforcement.
The president is in China, for God's sake, with his ministers. We are sitting here in Accra and people are riding Okada. There's a place for leadership, but also we who use the roads. It can be like there's a whole education. I don't know whether we should convert the media houses into like public education institutions or
that
something.
Is what it's supposed
how
to be.
people should drive, what cleanliness is, how they should live. Because almost like people don't even have the basic understanding of how to live in a modern society. This is so serious. It's like, it's like Singapore in 1960. Before it's like there's a whole, like you've built a road for people. You remember somebody was even pounding fufu next to the road because he has to make a living. Like, I mean, how do you develop in a society like this? A trotro which is not supposed to be on the road is on the road and collecting passengers, and the police looks at him to pass, and they are looking for you to catch you because your roadworthy is expired for 2 days. I mean, how do you develop? I don't understand. There's a whole national reorientation mindset shift. I don't know what it's called. Whether we go back to do school on TV, watch these things, like local language adverts. I mean,
that's thing.
It's like the mindset of the Ghanaians. Just what you are thinking, say we are gone.
You see, the thing you are talking about, you find that in every facet of our national life. If you go to the ports, it is happening. The reason our water bodies are the way they are, part of the problem. The same issue of indiscipline and greed.
But can the governance? Okay, let me not oversimplify. You see, sometimes I feel like we bash the political elite a lot. So there's a certain part of me that says we should try and do national orientation, or we should let the leaders do it. Do you understand? So should we tell the public that this is how to drive? This is how to
the people.
Or should we tell the politicians that you should? I don't know which.
You and I
we have told them enough.
Here. Didn't we use that model?
So is it the government? Is it the what is happening automatically?
Yes.
Is it the AMA? Is it the government? Because somebody can also say that the government has split up the assembly, so AMA is ineffective. That's why people are doing what they are doing.
But
somebody can say that. So is it the ineffectiveness of the assembly that encourages that behavior, or is it the fact that people don't know what they should do?
But the point I want to address the point about telling the people what to do.
Yeah.
After 20 years, people know what to do. I'm telling you that if you cross the road at the wrong place, there's a footbridge. You decide to cross the road at the wrong place. You are paying 400 dirham. And the Ghanaians in Dubai, they know the fines for everything.
So they comply.
They will tell you that if you
cross, will teach you the fine.
They will tell you the fine they will pay for what offense they have. They will
you think it's the governance and
they
leadership?
Know that thing.
It's
So
the leadership.
punish the people, because the best way to teach people what you don't want them to do is to punish them when they don't do what you want them to do.
I'm talking about what we can do. So let's find. The government has to do. So as media, what percentage of my time should I spend telling politicians and leaders to do the right thing versus forgetting about the law and telling the people to do the right thing? Because I have limited
telling the people what to do is advice. You are just advising them. They have agency. They will choose what they want to do.
But Caleb,
the leaders should punish them.
The real change is carrots and sticks and also information, right?
Yeah.
So like it's like saying in my house, how do I get my kids to behave in a certain way? I model the good behavior, I punish wrong behavior, and I encourage good behavior. So it's a mix, and I'm thinking that the media may have to change this strategy for a development state like Ghana, because the mindset of the average citizen is also a problem.
But there's need for buy-in, right? I'm talking about the model. You see, we decided that we are going to do a campaign to enforce discipline on the roads.
Yes.
Then we took our cameras out.
Yeah.
The police were part of it.
Yeah.
Irresponsible big men were arrested.
Yeah.
Irresponsible small men and women were also arrested, right?
Yeah.
It introduced, for the time being, at least that time, sanity or some level of sanity on the roads, especially those that we frequented.
Yeah.
Because we were naming, we were shaming, and people were being punished. Of course, we took our own flag for that.
Yeah.
You see, in any responsible system where governments are minded to prosecute their responsibility, they will say that, this guy did something right. And people began to do the right thing. So why not sustain it?
Exactly, sustained enforcement.
They decided not to sustain it because somehow someone felt that, it was inconveniencing them. Politicians were being arrested and they were being mentioned on radio. Why should the private station be given so much leverage, so much power, so much latitude to be doing that, embarrassing politicians, embarrassing leaders, MCs, DCs? And so big boys intervened and said, come on, they put pressure on the police administration. No, you shouldn't be doing this. Why? Why are you embarrassing us? That is why we are back to where we are. So indiscipline is back on the road. But if the police administration did not face so much pressure, they decided that, Citi FM has started a new project. In fact, we can even codify it and name it Citi FM so. They will go after the people at Agbogbloshi. They will go after the people near the Pampron place. They will go to Kaneshi. They will go to Circle. They will go to all other areas where people are misbehaving. But look, we've created, people have created their own Biafra.
We have what is called enforcement inertia.
Yes, that's what we have.
Because
where
for me, in the
people do what they want and
in the ideal situation, it's not Citi FM that should be enforcing discipline on the road. Somebody takes tax money for that. We pay taxes to the state. We've got a decentralized system. We've got local governance. So why should Citi FM lead a campaign or a charge for discipline on the road? I think that we've entertained too much convenience from the average Ghanaian or the ordinary Ghanaian. Everybody is thinking about their convenience. There's a footbridge that has been made. If I go through the footbridge, I'm going to be tired. So why don't I risk my own life and jump on the road in an attempt to cross? And when an accident happens, or as Sky says, if you are knocked down, it's going to be the driver's fault. I think we are entertaining the convenience of citizens, and it's becoming an entitlement. And when people know that they can get away with something, they will not change their behavior. Why do Ghanaians in Dubai...
Which is easier for me to influence as a media house? The behavior of the average citizen or the behavior of the leader?
I think you can do both. I think that you need to first address the behavior of the citizen. Because I was watching on TV a number of people crossing a road just under the footbridge. And when the journalists asked them, they all knew what they were doing was wrong. But they knew they would get away with it.
So it's an enforcement problem.
It's an enforcement problem.
So instead of shouting at the citizen, ask the leader why is not enforcing.
Not instead. I think you should do both.
No,
so
but
speak to the...
I don't have limitless energy. So I need to focus on... So you see, because the thing about life is I have to make a choice. So if I have...
No, but you talked about the model.
I'm coming. If I have just 20 minutes of airtime, powerful fire airtime, should I fire the leader to say, why is the guy using the footbridge and not being arrested? Or I should rather tell the citizen that until they use the footbridge. Which one should
10 minutes, 10 minutes to create what a model citizen should do. Okay, cross the road using the footpath or the footbridge or the traffic lights. Otherwise, you'll be punished. 10 minutes for them, so that we stop the irresponsible citizen behavior. And then the other 10 minutes, you fire those.
You know why I'm asking this question? You know there are 3 E's in this conversation: the enforcement, education, and the engineering. So some of our problems are engineering based. But in the example Godfrey gave, it's not an engineering problem. They design a BJP Lamte circle. They have a car park. I think there's an enforcement problem and education problem. People, because of convenience and lawlessness, decide to park anywhere. And because nobody punishes them, they keep doing it. So there's an enforcement and then there's an education problem. Okay. So you could say you can engineer on the basis that you know that people are lawless. So you design the route set that you can't even stop anywhere until it is something.
No, but defiance happens. Defiance happens. People will continue. You see, human beings will create a culture around the road. You've designed a footbridge. What are they doing? They are jumping on the road. So your engineering can't control them.
So for a long-term solution, enforcement may be the best.
Yes.
Because education takes too long and the person may decide not to mind you. But if the enforcement is rigorously done, enforcement is also part of education. Because if you enforce punishment for somebody who doesn't use the footbridge, you are educating him to know that.
Yes.
Okay. So it means that the duty bearers must be the ones we should focus our attention on.
Largely.
You know what happened before you come in, if I may. You know, I covered the MCA project extensively, especially the George Walker Bush. A lot of discussions went into building that. And one of the biggest concerns was how people were
crossing the road
anyhow. So to do that, they erected like metal barriers, you know, across. Of course, the two bridges came in later. And
Like you mean the median?
The median, yes.
To prevent
people from crossing. You know what they did? People started removing the metal. They removed it. Removed it. Some of them took it to their house.
Physical.
So that they will have the opportunity to be able to cross over to the other side.
So they were determined to do the wrong thing.
Exactly.
But that determination was strengthened by lack of enforcement.
Exactly.
Because if they had done it and somebody had been made an example, I think they wouldn't have continued.
Yeah, but you see, Bernard, here's the thing. Think about it. People die on that road almost every single day or get maimed.
Yes, yes.
Is that not big deterrent enough? Like, I mean, you know that they have built an overbridge or whatever they
and
call
yet
it.
you want to cross.
Yeah.
You saw your friend. He died just 2 days ago. You went to the funeral. You even chopped the funeral food. Jollof. The next Monday, the very thing that killed him, you feel that, oh, it's not me.
Okay, then that means that there's a values problem.
Okay.
I think from what you are telling me, it means that the person who lives around that road, his value system is not your value system. He probably calculates things differently from you. He believes fatalistically that maybe the guy died because it was his time to die. And he also does not think that what he does has anything to do with his death.
So that's where the education thing, it's not so strong. I think that we have to enforce, we have to punish. There must be, because people actually feel rewarded for being indisciplined. If you are doing the right thing in any queue in Ghana, you will suffer. If you are going through any system and you want to do the right thing, it will take a very long time. The wrong thing seems to be the right thing. The misnomer has become normal. If you want to do ethical things, you will struggle. We have to use technology also in the enforcement, because if you are using the police, who are human beings who are liable to being influenced, you are going to have the process being corrupted. So what other institutions do is you deploy technology, because when we're even doing the war against indiscipline, man, how long can you go and be standing on the road and be catching people and be using camera chasing people? Have technology. When the people flout the traffic regulations, you quickly send them an information. They know how much they are going to pay. So there are Ghanaians who know at the end of the month, half of their salary is going to pay for fines because they jammed traffic lights,
So
they didn't cross the road at the right time, and they use technology.
Let me come to something else. So ethics, right? Ethics is behavior. Okay. Is ethics to be taught or to be modeled? Because if you say you want people to change the way they behave, you use deterrence, you use education and stuff like this. How do you get citizens to change the way they see themselves and the way they see life? Because I think a lot of what people are doing is, I think Ghanaians don't value life.
Yeah.
That's why we drive the way we drive. That's why we sit in the trotters we sit in. And it cuts across, whether it's the police, the guy giving the stamp for that jalopy, or the person risking their life sitting in the car.
Yeah.
There's a whole value system which is corrupted. Is it going to teach ethics in school? Or is it going to say, let's use the radio station to now discuss our...
For me, let me tell you something. Bernard, it's the weight of enforcement, and I'll tell you something. And for our listeners at home, let's do a simple exercise. Caleb's 4,000 dirhams thing had me thinking.
400,
I've lived in, let's say, permanently for at least more than a year in about 5 different countries. I have never been stopped by the police
in any of those countries
driving. In any of those countries, I get stopped driving in Ghana weekly at least 3 times.
Serious?
Yes.
Wow. Even though in some of the countries you are a minority.
I am an absolute minority.
Yet you've never been stopped.
I have never been stopped.
Yet in Ghana they stop you. Is it because of the way you drive or the way you look?
You see? And the question I ask myself is, if there's a traffic infraction, right? There are minor traffic infractions and there are serious traffic infractions. There's a way to deal with my minor traffic infractions, so I'll get tickets. I'll be fine. It's linked to the system. If I am speeding at a certain level, at a certain part of the highway, you get issues. Okay. My point is, it takes a lot. With the weight of enforcement here, based on the conversation we've had, seems to be on what doesn't matter. But still to create the perception
that they are working
of visibility, like we are here, the perception of work. So there's a heavy presence.
So they'll stop you and check if your roadworthy is there. Meanwhile, the way you drove before you got there is not a concern to them.
It's not a concern to them. You understand? But again, it is not about the solving of a problem. You see, otherwise, like you said, if I am district MTTD commander of Abusiokai, and I wake up in the morning, what would my overview of the previous week have been?
Exactly.
What are the hotspots?
Good.
Where are the struggles?
What am I solving?
What am I solving? But it's always, is it because if we are to just do anecdotal calibration of what they do, calculation of what they do, are we simply saying that the biggest problem of road safety in Accra, or of mobility in Accra, is driver's license?
Good question. As against
motorbike
riders,
as against traffic as against roads that are clogged up,
traffic bottlenecks,
citizens locked up in all kinds of places, motorbikes. Second one, and that again brings me to the point Caleb made. Almost all of us have traveled a bit. When you land in a country that you are spending at least a month in, how come you somehow figure out what the rules are? What to do and what not to do?
You don't do it, you'll be punished.
Look, when I got to China, nobody told me that I should find a way of knowing what I can do and what I cannot do within a week.
Wow.
Within 1 week, at least. I didn't know all of them, but I knew what to do. When I visit family in the US, in the state that I live in,
you know where you cannot go.
I know what I can do, what I cannot do. Nobody called me and educated me on radio or TV and said, I found the ways to understand that this is what I can do, this is what I cannot do. The point I am making is this. Why is it you would be surprised that you will meet a Ghanaian who knows more about the rules of the UK,
thinking about
China, Portugal, Belgium, than about
the UAE
and about the rules of Ghana.
So that you would think about how to beat the system.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, people don't even know what is permissible and what is not permissible. Third one, in a lot of those places as well, like I said, there are certain rules. I lived in Nairobi, right? I'm just using myself as an example. There are certain roads within mainstream Nairobi, like City Central, where at a certain time of the day, everybody knows that a certain weight of vehicle
cannot go there.
Try it and see.
They don't announce it with megaphone.
Which megaphone is announcing it?
They know.
Try it and see.
Wow.
Look,
and this is Nairobi, not Dubai.
No, I said try it and see.
At a particular time of the day.
You try.
So they all know that at 11 o'clock you can't enter here, and then 4 o'clock you can come
there
back.
There are parts of the city you know that you cannot, in a public transport, you don't honk.
In Nairobi,
try it and see.
It's so true. No, you're right.
I say you try it and see.
Very true. I witnessed that.
I am not talking.
They honk and it sounds like a cow.
I am not talking.
So you're saying that in Nairobi, with all its chaos, they still have places where some vehicles know they cannot go, and you cannot honk, and they are living normally. Nobody has died.
Nobody has died. He was telling you at that time, and I told you this, that I tried Ghana man who has moved. Because of convenience, I am used to convenience. I call my installer and tell my installer that the DSTV are coming to install for me. I want the dish to be here because my TV is here. He tells me that go outside and look at the dishes.
All of them
are at the back. Do you see a dish in front? I said no. He says here. We don't allow dish in front of houses.
And this is the installer.
This is the installer
telling me. And if it doesn't,
so if I want it done, I should go and spend money and buy cable.
That's what the installer told you.
Yes, I should buy the cable so that he install the dish at the back of the house. So I go to the back of the house, and a 6-story apartment, everybody's dish is at the back of the house.
So then all your Ghana disgrace.
Now in other climes, now on the matter of the roads, you see, again on just visibility and understanding. For instance, at the Agbogbulo, the Obechebi that I'm complaining about, there are no deterrent signs.
Would they have respected the signs?
The signs, put it there. You see?
Cover your base.
There are directional signs. It tells you are going to Graphic Road.
Yeah. There's nothing.
This one. Is there a sign that says no stopping at this roundabout?
That's a good point. They do the blue, the red thing. No
so at
stopping,
that roundabout,
no.
put a sign there that says that motorbike cross it.
Yeah,
X.
Yeah. And then
No,
when
you
they-
can laugh about
and
it.
then
The
when
road
they stop-
signs?
and then- yes,
no, I'm
yes.
talking about that road. You see, I'm
And then
just
when
saying.
they
Oh, there are no signs at all there.
There's nothing. You see?
Yeah.
Because again, even in the places where they enforce properly, like I was telling you, I was joining a certain road somewhere. Pretty clearly, basically, I would say that road is comparable to in Sanwem, the Accra to Kumasi road. They put, as soon as you hit that exit, it is there. No motorbikes on this road.
Yeah.
Trucks drive in a certain lane.
Good.
So you know that so far as you stay on this road or in
All
this
the
lane,
trucks are in this lane.
you will never meet a truck on this side of the road.
Because, yeah. And they all obey it.
And because you've been told where to stay. But here somebody.
But what if they don't feel like doing it?
But here the truck wants to over. No, but you have not told the truck where to stay. You see, because the thing is this: if you've been told to stay in a certain lane, and you are trying to overtake, and there's an accident, there's no defense. Your defense can be what is your defense? Oh, I was trying to overtake into another lane. You are not allowed to.
So everybody knows that this lane is for only trucks.
This lane is for only trucks. So if you also leave your lane to go and join the truck lane and you get squashed, they are asking you, why did you leave this lane? As part of the enquiry, it might not be your fault, but how did you leave lane 1 to go and join lane 3, which is not for you?
Do you remember our bus project?
No, I'm coming. If you're a motorbike and you get into trouble on that lane,
BRT.
they are asking you, when you are entering the road, it tells you no motorbikes on this road. So if, for instance, we put a sign that says at Obechebi, no motorbikes there, who is going to put a motorbike there?
You see, so let me answer that.
No.
You see?
Sorry, let's reflect on what he's saying.
Yeah.
And you can find me an answer.
You've given Nairobi, you've given China, you've given Dubai. So I think everything you've said is an enforcement issue.
Yeah.
So I think we've answered the question that in
Sustained
Ghana,
enforcement.
we don't enforce the laws, and therefore people do what they like.
So
people do anything they
so
want.
what I want to say is that it is not for it is not that we don't do these things. It is the enforcement bit.
Yeah,
and I was
we
going to
don't
give you
enforce.
I was going to
We
give
don't
you the
enforce.
example.
Uh-huh.
We went for money from the World Bank. We did extra lanes
for BRT.
Right? And the BRT project started in a way.
Yeah.
Right?
Dedicated lanes. for
Dedicated
the
lanes were done, written boldly.
Yeah.
Bus lane.
Yeah.
What did we see?
Defied it.
People defied it.
Impunity.
Trotro drivers were using it.
Yeah.
People even set up spare part dealing, what do you call it, business on those stretches. Motorbike selling joints, motorbike repair joints. That's just another one. You can see it. The point I'm making is that these things, they do it. But it is the lack of enforcement majority of the time because politicians get compromised. They feel that, our people are complaining. Just recently, what happened in the Ministry of Communications Department? My good friend Sam George, he had to intervene to stop an enforcement that was going on in respect of licenses that were to be issued to people who were in the courier business. Because some people had complained. And they said that they were dealing with police were arresting people indiscriminately and they inconvenience certain people. So enforcement has come to a stop. Look, we have tried many aspects of solutions to the problem. But if the person at the top feels that his reward is not in doing the right thing, his reward to continue in office is allowing the people to do the wrong thing so that he's not disturbed, we will continue that path.
So he's a good man.
But what I'm worried about? There are some things we're able to do well. Because I was watching Nigerian television and they were complaining about their football. And they kept speaking very well about the way we manage our World Cup qualification. As an example, I'm just an example, right? So I'm trying to say it's not everything that we are bad at. Can't we use the same determination and focus that we use to qualify for the World Cup to also do other things?
But do we have a system? The football thing you are talking even about, it is just that we have qualified.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, I'm coming. They were saying that their team, they are not motivated. Their national team.
If we are looking for a situation, Nigeria might not even be the best example.
I'm saying that, you see, I'm making a point. I'm saying that it's not as if there are some things we can't do right.
Yeah, we can.
If we've been able to prioritize certain things to get it right, why can't we also prioritize other things to also get them right? That's what I'm saying.
For example, Bernard,
that's what I'm not saying that
and
we
it's
should
a
use
fair
football.
point.
If you can, it's not like we're a hopeless case of who cannot do anything.
Not at all.
When something is important for us to do,
We can do
we
it.
get together and we do it.
But what is getting it right? What does that mean?
At least we played 10 games and got 25 points out of 30.
So
and
what
we
is the
defeated
end
other
goal?
nations. So we are going to show the world that we can play football.
Okay, so what
as
is
an
the
example?
end goal?
You don't get it.
I understand. I understand you
see,
perfectly.
I'm not using the football as a substantive. As an analogy to say that when people decide that something is important, they should be able to do it. So maybe we need to decide that
chaos, indiscipline.
yes, order in society is important to us, and therefore we should organize around it. In the same way that football success is important to us, and therefore we organize to succeed.
So you see, my point is actually that beyond qualifying, what is the end goal?
The president said at least beyond the semi-final.
So we want to organize Ghana around what? So that we can develop.
So a vision to
What's
so
the vision?
so the vision should be a society where there's order, a society where there's respect, is clean. So maybe a vision around how the country should look.
You see, so
a vision around
There's
the
a
way the
matter
nation
of
should look.
interest.
God's first command and his
Thank you.
earliest interest was order.
Yes.
Let's move the sea to this side.
Yeah.
Let's move the rivers to this side.
Yeah.
There should be day, there should
Yeah.
be night.
Yeah.
That was order, right?
Yeah.
So the person who wrote the article you're talking about, the person is saying that what reset will be
In the discipline, the order. So if you don't have order in society, you can't do anything else.
exactly. But you see, that order that we are looking for is undermined by the small interest. Parochial interest of the
If we
political class.
prioritize the national interest, which is the vision you talk about, which is the order, then we won't be here. But
National
we prioritize
interest.
parochial interest, often political interest.
National interest
All right.
reminds me of my friend.
Help me with a few announcements.
We are going to pass laws and you are arresting us.
It's in the national interest.
All right, Kakra, please help me this morning.
Okay, so happy Global Customer Service Week from all of us at Omni Basic Bank. To our valued customers, thank you for choosing us. And to our beautiful, dedicated team, you make service excellence mission. Well, you make service excellence mission possible every day. Have a beautiful week. For more information, you can call us on 030-708-6000. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. And do you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost? Looking for a vibrant student experience in a community that builds your confidence and equips you with real-world employability skills? Enjoy all these and more with scholarships available to support your academic journey at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by expert faculty trained to UK standards right here on our campus in Ghana. You can visit www.lancaster.edu.gh or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. You can also call 0248 656 274. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Good morning, Ghana. Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey goodness of Twisco, enriched with Enerfort, a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including B vitamins, vitamin C, D, iron, and many more. At just 2 Ghana cedis, you can treat yourself and your little ones to a rich, delightful, chocolatey taste of Twisco and power that dream. Simply mix water, add milk, stir, and enjoy. The kids can't get enough of it, so why wait? Head to our nearest store and grab your Twisco 20-gram sachet, 400-gram sachet, and 400-gram tin today. Twisco, power your dream. This advert is FDA approved.
Right. Have you ever imagined owning your dream house and paying within 5 years with absolutely no interest, and on top of that driving home in your very own electric car with over 300-kilometer range? Well, it's not a dream, it's the magic of Afro-Arab Properties. We are the best. We are best known for building the most affordable, accessible, and quality homes in Ghana, and we are rewarding our clients with amazing extras from 1, 2, 3 to 4 bedroom houses. Our homes, Afro-Arab Properties has you covered at prime locations including Manette, Spintex, East Legon Hills, Santor, Ashalibotre, Tama Community 25, Odingo, Amasaman, Apollonia, Major, and more. Call 0551 753 231. www.afroarabproperties.com is where to visit. And if you are in the gig economy, you are a website designer, a consultant, writer, delivery partner, freelancer, or into any e-commerce, you know you can secure your future with SNIT even without a traditional employer. You hustle day and night to make ends meet, but when the work slows down or when sickness or injury prevents you from working again, who will look out for you? That's where SNIT steps in. Ensure your income today, contribute regularly, and enjoy an old age pension for life with annual increases to keep you secure. If sickness or injury stops you from working, SNIT pays you an invalidity pension for life no matter your age. And if death happens, your dependents will receive some survival benefits. No matter how much you earn, SNIT has you covered. You don't need 9 to 5. Call 0302 611 622 or visit any of our 53 branches across the country. We are on all socials: Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. SNIT Ghana. SNIT, we deliver on our promise. Ghana's fintech space is growing fast, but how ready are we for the future of digital credit and digital assets? Join Mobile Money Ltd. Together with the Imani Center for Policy and Education and ISE for the 2025 Fintech Stakeholder Forum this Wednesday, October 15, 2025 from 9:30 to 12 p.m. We are harnessing fintech potential, regulatory frameworks for digital credit and assets. All the people who matter in the space will be there as a conversation. I'll be live on Citi FM and on at Momo from MTNGH, all our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Looking for quality and reliability that lasts, buy brand new Toyota today from any Toyota Ghana branch and enjoy an extended warranty of 5 years or 120,000 kilometers plus 1 year free service, or 20,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. At Toyota Ghana, we've got you covered, from sales of new vehicles to servicing in our state-of-the-art workshops. Also get genuine spare parts that keep your car performing at its best. Drive smart, save smart. Choose Toyota Ghana Limited. You can call 0302-429-801 or 0302-429-805. Terms and conditions apply. Ghana drives Toyota. And is your organization privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their names, numbers, image, email, etc.? Well, listen up. You might be doing this wrong. Whether you're a big company or a small one, you must respect people's right to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and be guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect the information you collect about people. Register your company or business, organization, or association. It's simple and online. No need to move from the comfort of your home or office. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register, and you can also call 025-630-1533 or 0308-040-889 for assistance. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Cleanse hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. Available in a variety of variants and delightful flavors. Choose Cleanse for yourself, your family, and friends. Make Cleanse your daily essential. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
Have you imagined buying a house on an interest-free plan and getting a car for free? Well, Afro Arab Properties, best known for building the most affordable quality homes, has hit another milestone of rewards. Are you looking for your dream home today? Afro Arab Properties will definitely show the way. These homes are in 1, 2, 3, and 4-bedroom options located at Manet Spentex, East Legon Hills, Santor, Ashalibotre, Tema Community 25, Old Ningo, Amasama, Apollonia, and more. Even better, you have a 5-year payment plan without interest. And the big one, purchase a home from some Afro Arab Properties projects and get an electric car for free. Yes, an electric car that can go 300 kilometers on a full charge. So don't miss this big offer from Afro Arab Properties. Just call 055-175-3231 or 0244-109-133. Terms and conditions apply. Afro Arab Properties. At Afro Arab, everyone can buy a house.
Wake up, have a great day, yeah, with nourishing cowbell premium milk and cowbell Vita Rich, nourishment for you. There's a cowbell milk for you, for you, for you. Cowbell Vita Rich and cowbell premium. Introducing the new Cowbell Premium Milk, high in protein, and the new Cowbell Vita Rich, enriched with vitamin B9, both so creamy. Now there's a cowbell for you. Cowbell of creamy goodness. This advert is FDA approved.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s, you lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discus, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere. Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerford, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape. Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved.
The luckiest everywhere, for everyone, yeah.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community go win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
So what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody gets on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no Diamond Cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrady, and Buipe, or call 0244 313 368 or 0540 111 978 or 0202 021 175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Join us for the Business Analysis Summit 2025 happening on 31st October at the Palms by Eagles Airport in Accra. This will bring together business analysts, business data professionals, cybersecurity professionals, IT leaders, etc. It's on Friday, 31st October, 9 a.m. at the Palms by Eagles. Register by calling 0200 222244. That's 0200 22244. Have you ever bought shares, treasury bills, or bonds or other securities? Do you have a CSD Securities account number? The CSD keeps your investment safe and makes sure all trading and ownership transfers in securities in Ghana are done correctly. The CSD encourages all investors to verify their securities account details are accurate and up to date. Central Securities Depository Ghana, you invest, we protect. Join us as we mark World Food Day at the CSIR Food Fair, 15th to 17th October at the Food Research Institute behind GSA. You can call 0508-923-691 for more information. The 13th edition of the HR Focus Conference and Awards is happening on 17th of October at the Accra International Conference Center, 8:30 a.m. sharp. To register, call 050-9620-204 to get your tickets or submit nominations. Well, we've run out of time. City News at 10 with Shiba Rabinin. Shiba, good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Coming up, government settles $5 billion